Yo, 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 yo.
Yo.
Yo, welcome to the Hear Me Out podcast. I appreciate you guys, everybody, for being here.
Yes.
To my right, I got Shiraaz.
To the right.
To the right, I got Rhythm. And also in front of me, I got Jonte behind everything. How are you guys
Gang, what's poppin'?
doing? You guys good?
We
I'm
switched
good.
seats today because I felt like we had assigned seats, and I didn't feel good about it, so I asked.
Yes, this
Look,
is not
if
private
I do anything
school.
for the team, I will switch.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's not private school.
But Shiraaz stay in the middle seat.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch with John.
Soon I'll end up over there. I want to see what it's like over there.
It's cool.
That's my
It ain't
good
bad.
side.
I got a
already.
little side table here. It's cool.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, I got a little side table here now, so it's cool.
Yeah. Also, it might be good. I don't have to be like. Yeah, we'll see. Well, maybe next episode we'll just try it out.
It's cool. Jonte, how you doing?
I'm good as always. You know me.
Anything
Chilling.
eventful this weekend, gentlemen?
I just got.
This is serial killer voice right now.
I just got my first round of my vaccine, so I got super.
How you feeling?
I got superpowers now, and I feel
Yes. Tell me your superpowers.
good. I have the ability to eat an unhuman amount of bad food.
You feel good afterwards?
No. No. Not even a little
super
bit.
You sound like everybody else, my man.
I thought you had X-ray vision.
I have X-ray vision now, yeah, but I wasn't trying to announce that
you
to the
didn't wanna-
public
you
yet.
didn't-
You just
I'm sorry.
put my shit on blast, but it's
My
okay.
bad. I burned you out.
Right? What about you? Shreezy.
Me, I celebrate my birthday this weekend with my best friend in Newport Beach. That was fun. It is not fun though, being on shrooms at the beach and you got Trump supporters like waving American flags. We had to pack it up.
You guys left?
We left the beach after
okay.
maybe an hour before like it really, because it was starting to kick in. We're like,
Yeah.
this is too much to process. It was pregnant women walking around. It was helicopters going over us. Trump supporters. We're like,
Yeah.
nah, let's go to our little cocoon.
And you weren't on a light dose of shrooms either. Like,
No,
yeah, so like,
What?
as
No.
somebody who knows, I understand. That is.
we took an eighth apiece, but like
Yeah.
I was Gucci because I really do shrooms.
Yeah, no,
but
you
I
be out
thought
here.
you couldn't build a tolerance.
Oh, no.
But I realized
Oh, no, no, no,
yesterday
no.
there was
That
a
is
difference in our highs. Like I was, like for me it was just another day. But
Oh, no. That is the thing. I
yeah,
mean, here's
my
the-
friend was in
yeah.
different places.
Do
Like,
you think it's
'cause the thing with-
tolerance, or do you think it's tolerance, or do you think it's
It's a
just
different
more
type of
an ability,
tolerance.
more of an ability to embrace it?
It
Yeah,
could
that's
be
the thing.
that I've
Like
got
you,
so
just
much mind power.
experience, like
Because, like, I think when you take enough psychedelics, especially when you're specializing in one type of psychedelic, the thing about it is you got to get used to not even just the up, but, like, when you're there. A lot of
Yeah.
people, what discourages them from taking them is, like, the up, you know, because once you're there, for the most part, you're there. You
mellow
can't get
out,
out of it,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But, like, a lot of people, it's going from being sober to, like, not being in a
That
place.
transition,
You
yeah.
know, it's about letting go. So I was telling you, the last shroom trip I did, like, 'cause I used to do shrooms all the time, and I did them recently. I did like almost an eight. I had problems like letting go, but once I did, it was
It
phenomenal.
was
Amazing.
beautiful,
It's
right?
phenomenal. But like when you don't, like the shrooms will fight you. They will tell you like, yo, just relax,
Dude,
Yeah.
I had
and
a-
they will push you to that point. You know, so like that's part of it.
I had a bad shroom trip once. I felt like I was becoming a tree and I was becoming like planted and rooted into
Uh-huh.
the earth. And then
Uh-huh.
just my whole body was a bunch of vines and shit.
Yep.
But it was dark and it was just bad. It was so scary. And I would close my eyes and I would hear things and I'm like, I just want to go sleep.
that sounds so nice.
Yeah, it was.
He said
That was
it
a bad
sounds
trip.
So nice. Is that what you said?
It sounds so nice.
that was so scary. That
It's
was
like
scary.
melting into the like.
Dude, I was melting
I mean, it
into
might
my
be.
bed.
Honestly, sometimes you might need that though.
I don't know. So yeah, I learned not to take them if there's like any like discrepancy in my
yeah.
mind. It's not happening. I just
That's a
like
fact.
the colorful, happy trips. I was laughing the whole night. I was watching. Oh, we watched Austin Powers like 3 different movies.
Oh, fire.
It was so great.
Austin Powers Marathon? Fire.
It was like
Goldmember?
Gold Member. There was 2 other, whatever 3 are on Netflix. There's only 3. We watched them all.
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
The Spy Who
Yes,
Shagged Me is
and
probably
one
the
more.
best one.
But that show was funny.
Probably
And
just the regular Austin Powers.
all
mean,
the women
yeah.
in those movies were so hot.
Yeah, the white
Oh
girl,
my
Beyonce,
God.
and then the
Stop
other girl
it.
too.
I watched the one with Beyonce. Oh, that's Gold Member.
Who was
Yeah.
it that had
I think that's the second one you're talking
guns in her
It's the second
Her
one.
bra.
Arsenal?
No, that was
Or
the
in a
first
bra?
one.
The
That was
first
the first
one?
one.
Guns
The
N'
white
Bra.
girl, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
when they
she
were like,
ended up being like
Yeah.
an android bot.
Yeah.
I think that was the
oh
first
my
one.
God.
It
He's
was
like,
called
I was
the
about to
Fembot.
fuck her too.
It was a Fembot,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
watch
was
the
the
last
first
one.
one.
I'm
Oh,
telling you.
man. It's funny because like I don't feel like a lot of those movies have replay value for me, but they just hold such a high regard that can't disrespect.
Dude, the
them.
graphics
You know what I'm
and like the special effects were shit, but you appreciate it.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
for what it is, you just take that. I enjoyed it
You
last
can't
night.
take
What
anything
happened
away.
to Mike Myers?
He had
The
his
last time
run.
I saw him was with Kanye West when Kanye West said George Bush
Oh
does
my
not
I
care
just think he
about
God.
had his
people.
run, dude. You know what I'm saying? Some people just have their run and like,
No, Mike Meyer, there's no end to his run.
what's his next run?
I don't know what he's gonna do next, but that man is talented.
I know he's talented, but I'm saying he hasn't.
He's probably just old at this point.
That's what I'm saying. I think he had his run. Like it doesn't. I don't think he's not talented. I'm just saying some people
Like he's
just
not
have their run.
wasted.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
just
I
Some
feel
people
like-
don't want to come back.
yeah.
I feel like in Hollywood, there's like I don't want to say a time limit,
Right.
but there's like a comfortable period of time where they allow comedians to do their thing, and then
Right.
kind of like their brand of comedy kind of
Fades
goes
out.
out. Yeah, it kind of goes out of
Yeah.
style a little bit.
So just get your shit
Do
off.
you
and
see
then
what
but
Kevin
now.
Hart did? All to receive llamas from Nick Cannon. Like this is what we got now.
But his movies were never good.
Who? Mike Meyer?
No, Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah. That,
Think they were
yeah,
controversial,
That's a whole
not good?
nother situation.
Is that a hot take? Like, I don't know. I never considered any of his movies like
I don't.
good enough to be considered like a classic.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
they
no,
were
no.
bad.
I don't.
but
Here's the thing. I think
Soul
Kevin
Plane's a
Hart came
classic.
into comedy at
Okay,
the perfect
okay.
time. I don't think
Which
Soul
one?
Plane's a
Soul
classic.
Plane?
Soul Plane's a
Soul
classic.
Plane's for
You're
Soul
right.
sure.
Plane
classic.
is a
But-
classic.
You
I
know,
mean, to
Dame
be fair,
gave
he
Kevin
wasn't-
Hart his first role, his first movie role.
Oh yeah.
On top
yeah.
of that, shout out. We're
What is it,
recording at
Paper
Dame Dash
Soldiers?
Studios. I want you guys to know. Shout out that.
Oh yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Perfect time, but like, yeah, for sure. Shout out that. You guys go check it out.
Gang.
Gang. But that is really. He gave him his first.
Yeah,
I didn't know
and
that.
Paper Soldiers. I think that's the name of the
Crazy.
movie. Yeah.
Because I thought Kevin Hart's first thing was like 40-Year-Old Virgin when he was like in there
Mhm.
talking shit to that black guy.
True.
Look, Dame did it first. Fuck Soldier Boy.
Alright.
Dame did it first. No.
Hey, Paper Soldier is a classic
Paper
too.
Soldiers is
Hey,
classic,
That joint
though.
used to
I
be
didn't
on
even-
BT all the time.
Ah, but yeah.
Okay. All right. But
That's-
speak.
but you're right though when you say that a lot of people's first encounter with Kevin Hart was don't be a nigga,
Be my
be a
nigga.
nigga. You want
Literally, don't be a nigga. Help me with the sale. I'm gonna take that as disrespect, but I'm gonna keep on going.
I think
I'm
that was
dead.
like his introduction to white Hollywood.
Right. Okay. The
Yeah.
masses probably. Yeah. For sure.
'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, Steve Carell was like the star of that movie, so that
Man.
that's a very specific audience.
Yeah.
But like there's like 4 of those guys that became big. Like all of them did. The
Oh, they
black
all became
guy
stars.
became
The
a big
other black
star on
dude, too.
Weeds.
Yeah.
Fucking one of the white guy's friends. He became a big movie star. I forgot. I don't even know his name, but you know the black guy, the
Yeah.
white guy with black hair.
Yeah.
Like blue eyes, whatever. And then Steve Carell, and obviously Kevin Hart. So a lot of those people became big stars off of that movie.
Paul Rudd is in it.
That's when people say, I haven't seen that movie. I'm like, you haven't even seen the start of like so many great
I didn't know
movies.
if Kevin Hart till he was saying the oven is hot, Daddy.
Oh
it's hot.
wait. Speaking of
The oven is
40-year-old
hot,
virgin and people's first speaking of first encounters with celebrities and 40-year-old virgin specifically,
Uh-huh.
Jonah Hill.
What about him?
Oh yeah.
Jonah Hill is in 40-year-old virgin way
Yeah, he
before
was.
like
You were
anything
right.
else.
And he,
He was.
and he ended
I
up
didn't
doing
know that.
another
He's the
classic
guy
movie
he's
after
the guy
that.
in the eBay store who comes in with the fish platform boots and he's like, I want these.
I'm
And he was in another classic movie, Superbad.
dead.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that shit- when I first
But
saw
this was
Superbad,
before
I was
that.
crying. I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. People like haven't seen this movie. Like there's so many people that come in and start doing classic shit
Yeah.
after the fact. Good springboard. But talking about controversial stuff.
Controversial.
Controversial? Controversial stuff?
I like the
Controversial.
alternate pronunciation.
I like It's fancier.
Look,
Controversial.
Webster doesn't define shit that goes around.
Controversial.
A bunch of white people are not going to define how I say a word. I
Throw
don't
the
give a
accent
damn.
on it.
I'm not gonna try to like, push Shiraaz out of this, but it's kind of like in pick a roll. So I'm gonna set the pick for for my
That's
man
okay, I
Rhythm
understand
to start
my
going off
position
here, and
today.
then I'm gonna
So,
go. I'm gonna shoot the shot maybe afterwards, but I'm gonna let you set it off.
I mean,
ahead.
honestly,
Set
what
it
I'm
off.
I just had something I was thinking about this week, and 3 out of the 4 of us can relate to it because 3 of us are light skinned, man.
I'm dead.
You guys can't see it's Jonte behind the camera.
But
It's not me.
No, I was talking about Shiraaz.
I mean,
But,
maybe 4.
this week, I was just thinking about, like dating over the course of my life, and I have encountered a lot of white women, and I just think about the idea of like fetishization with blackness and how it has so many different sects and stuff. And I don't know, I just had a weird interaction this week on Instagram that made me think of it. Okay.
Yep.
So
you don't have to say that. Just get into it.
yeah, no, I would never say
Nah,
anybody. It's
give her
not because it's not personal.
No. It's more like
It's
a
not-
basis thing. Like this keeps happening.
Exactly.
Go
It
ahead,
just
yeah.
like gave me a starting point to like think about this thing. But somebody posted something to their story. It was like, to give background, this is like someone who's a woman on Instagram,
right.
considered fine as fuck, like baddie IG. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Big old booty.
How many
And
followers she have?
Few thousand.
That's
Few
pretty
thousand.
rare, actually. Okay.
And she posted something to her story. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. This is like the most important part, maybe, is I don't know who would consider this debatable, but she says she's like one of those white races that says they might not be white. I don't even want to put it that way.
Okay.
But
Yep.
it's like, people who are very white skinned who be like, nah, I got
this
black in my family. And it's like, it's
Yeah.
different because you don't get pulled over like that. It's
Yeah.
different.
Because perception's
So-
everything.
Because perception's
Yeah.
everything when it comes to that. And she posted something to her story saying, like, light skinned niggas stay out my DMs. I don't like y'all. And I responded because I thought I had a funny comment, and I said the Chris Browns of the world about to be on your head. So I got my shit off real quick. It wasn't that
What
funny.
did
you
you
were
say?
joking.
It wasn't that
Yeah,
funny.
What did
you
you
were
say?
being-
It was like a 6. It was like a 6 out of 10 as far as jokes go. It wasn't that strong. But her response was, "Yeah, light skins aren't my type. I like gorillas."
Can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry. One more time.
Light skins aren't my type. I like gorillas.
Talking about black men.
Talking about dark-skinned black men
Got it.
specifically.
Got it.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm at a point in my life where I don't feel the need to like
Educate.
teach everyone the lesson. You know what I'm
It's not your
saying?
job.
It's not my job.
Nope.
So really, all I did is I like kind of like respectfully bowed out, and I was like, "Hey, respectfully,
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
I
up.
just might not refer to dark-skinned men as gorillas." And she responded, "I didn't mean it that way," which is everyone's response ever.
It's a good cop out.
And I'm sure she didn't. And then she said, "I don't even know why you tripping, because I know tons of men that refer to themselves as this." And they use the gorilla emoji specifically. She said that. She said that they used the gorilla emoji specifically.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
And I feel like both her and the dudes out there letting white-skinned women call them gorillas are part of the problem. And that is gross, because all fetishization of like blackness
Race in
is
general.
just race in general. The shit is gross. Like, there's a lot of light skins in the room. How many white women you done had come to you before and be like, "Oh my God, if we had babies, their hair would be so
Oh my
nice."
God.
Hello,
So
it's me.
nice.
I mean,
oh my God.
it for me, it just reeks of the lack of understanding of history and where we're at now. Like, because a lot of this shit is like ingrained over like hundreds of years, maybe almost thousands of years. Like the type of shit you would see when like literally black people were taken away from their homelands, brought over here, and like it's just William Lynch type of shit. It creates colorism, creates
Exactly.
divide. It's divide and conquer. It's literally like you get all the dark people over here, the light people over here. Oh, you guys are married, split them up. You have children, put them over here, send them away to another thing. So now it's like it starts a whole different debate. It's like, okay, like certain people that were outside is like, yeah, the darker people are outside. People learn to respect. They think they learn to respect them more because they're outside working. Light skinned people are inside the house. They're called house niggas, so like they were taught to be respected less. So that's why, even over the years, like early Twitter, I know you were there.
And wait. And which is obvious. Black people don't need me to explain this, but for everybody else, There is no difference in whether the slave is inside or outside. They are still slaves. The inside-outside thing is like used as a tool to pit the two against each other.
Exactly.
1000%. I'm glad you hit that because that is that is like the crux
That's
of
the sickness.
Willie Lynch,
If you
like
got
divide
offered,
and conquer.
If you got offered, I'm not
There
playing
we
devil's
go.
advocate. This is
Go
just
ahead,
really
man.
hilarious.
No, go ahead.
Maybe
man.
no.
Go
Come
ahead,
on,
This
man.
is a
come
really
on,
bad
man.
joke.
No, go ahead,
This
man.
is a really bad joke, but this is real.
Go
This
ahead,
is
man.
real.
No, go ahead.
I'm so scared.
I'll get back to it.
If you get offered the house inside or offered the job inside the house,
I ain't
are you
taking
taking? You're not taking it.
If I
You know
know the
what?
connotation, I'm gonna be outside. I'm just saying. 'Cause
You know what?
That's where I'd rather
Here's
be.
the thing.
You're not taking it. What
Y'all-
if they whip you every day because
I
you don't
think
take
y'all
the
being
job?
unrealistic. I think honestly, any even in that time period, like any person who's not on the revolutionary, like I'm trying to escape tip, is probably going to take that.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Because the idea
Well-
of even having a choice at that
Right.
point is like so
Huh? Yeah, you didn't. Yeah.
So let me
potentially entirely removed from the
Right.
situation.
fair, but let me explain my situation. It depends on how I'm thinking. How I'm thinking now, I know my history and I know what would be necessary to get out of that situation, or know how I'd be perceived. Because perception is a lot. A lot of people might have fragile like egos, and they'd be like, "I don't want to be perceived as a soft ass like light skinned nigga." And like a lot of that shit from like 2006 on Twitter
Yeah.
to like now, it's been like light skin versus dark skin, which is like every time I see it, I literally retweet it. People see me on Twitter. I'm like, this is Willie Lynch shit. Y'all niggas is
Yeah.
feeding into exact same shit. They used to divide our ancestors, which is why you don't know who your mom is. Your mom doesn't know who her daddy is because she's light skinned and she's like it's just all the same shit. Like they used to divide us and then they used to fuck their wives and the fathers have to watch and they get mad at them, which is like a lot of black women don't really fuck with a lot of black men. Like black women and black men are divided not only because of what's happened, but now it's gradually happened to the point to where now it's like, okay, you're not gonna pay my bills, you're not gonna take care of this child. I don't fuck with it's a very slow, deliberate type of thing to where it's like I get it. So like if you don't know any better, obviously if like I have to do less work, yeah, I'm gonna be in the house.
So you don't think,
1000%.
so you don't think white women should be calling dark skinned men gorillas?
Hold on. Let's be specific. Was this woman you talking about? Was she a white woman?
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
Debatable.
That was gonna be my next question. Because you could be Creole and not like. There's a difference between being associated with blackness and being black. I think there's a big difference for me. There's a lot of people that can be associated with being black, but also understand
like
that
Arabs.
black.
There's some Arab countries in Africa, but they're not black. They're
Yeah, but there's also some that I would
yes,
take that
yeah,
they
you're
are.
Right. Some
because when some Arab like and I see an Arab person like saying nigga like and then other people like why is he saying nigga? I know why he's because I know he's from the same place that black people and Arab people they deal with the same shit. Egypt, for the people that don't know, like Egypt was the start of like most of this shit. Like Egypt was really just the epicenter of everything. So like everything kind of spread from there. The first human being that was found there was from Africa, like, and they were black. So like a lot
the
of
first spark of magic dust came to this earth.
I forget her name.
what?
I forget her name. There's like a name for
It's
her.
Lucy.
Yeah.
It was Lucy, I think.
Damn. Oh, that was a good movie.
It was
too.
Lucy. And I mean, whatever you want to say about that, but like a lot of that came from that, so that's where we're deriving it from. So
I don't know,
But
gentlemen.
yeah, that's it. I mean, I got my shit off. I mean, mostly just like, because when it comes to fetishization, it's only 3 light skins I've ever been compared to over the course of
Yeah,
my
go ahead first.
entire life.
You know what's funny?
I'm
Is
gonna go
so
after- you
many
know what's
people
funny?
are about to relate with you.
and you know
It's
what's
only
funny?
3.
I might have honestly, I think people might have held back from me because I had maybe when I had longer hair, they didn't want to say anything. But early on, I had other things. So you go first.
So I got Corbin Blue.
Yeah.
That's number 1 for when I have my long hair for obvious reasons. Because people just ain't used to. I don't know. There's not many light skinned
points
men
of
who have
reference,
had
yeah.
legendary roles with long
It's
curly
different.
hair.
Yeah. Well.
He was
Zero
so
from
funny.
Holes.
Yeah, there.
Zero from
Goats,
Holes
though,
is the
be
other
honest
one.
with you. That's
Zero
goats.
from Holes is a goat.
He's a goat. Zero is a goat. I forgot your name, bro. I'm sorry, but like you, nobody
Damn,
can
that's
say
fucked
shit
up.
to
We
me
should
about
say
you.
his name.
Hector Zeroni.
Well, no. I mean, like I've heard his name, but here's the
Damn,
the
nobody
problem.
caught
He
the
was
joke.
such a good actor. Like I was saying, Lob.
Hector
on our
Zeroni?
last
What
podcast.
That's
is that?
his name in
When you have
Holes.
such a good actor,
Oh.
you honestly
You're
think
funny.
that person's that person. So when I see him, I think of Hector Zeroni. And it's not because I don't think he's his own person, but he did such a good job of portraying that character.
It
that
just
that's what
touched
I
us
thought.
all. Like
It just-
it
it's
was
just
such a,
different.
like
And I've heard his name, but it just doesn't match up. Like it doesn't. the two neurons don't connect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last one, especially since the point in my life that I got the septum piercing, Lenny Kravitz. And I just want to be the first to say
That is a
Don't
great
do
thing to
it.
be compared
I
to,
feel
bro. What
like
you're compared to a rock star that women all over the world want to
You
have
know
sex
when
with.
I
I
told
don't
you?
care. I
Do
don't care.
you know when I told
He
you at
said, "I
the
don't
meeting?
care."
You check many boxes for women.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe 7 out of 10 of those boxes that you check, you have in comparison with Mr. Kravitz.
Fuck
The
him.
ladies go nuts
But why?
for
But
it.
why?
We're
but
in the same
Why do
league.
light skins check these boxes?
Oh,
though?
okay.
No, but literally,
My personal taste is not a Lenny Kravitz.
Because
but like, why are you saying that? Because like I've been a,
But
I've been a light
it's
skin.
hot. The tattoos is hot. The piercings is hot. The alternative shit is hot.
But how do
Being
you feel
comfortable
about
with
the
yourself is
brown
hot.
alligator pattern leather chaps?
Look, is
with-
the print showing?
It just seems like a fetishization
Nah,
to me.
Prince
It seems like a
dressed
fetishization
to
of
even
light skin
compare
black
Prince and
No,
Lenny
for sure.
Kravitz.
Like, I have blocked women on Twitter who've called black men chocolate. Like, I don't want to see that shit. The gorilla thing, it's a connotation behind that. Like, it's weird because Jasmine Sullivan has a song. She's like, he's so big, I call him King Kong. Like, okay, so that's why
For the whole tails.
Yes.
Oh my.
So this was after you told me what you told me at the meeting. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, it's here too.
Black women call.
Context is everything though.
That's what I'm
Context
saying.
is
Like
everything.
it is.
Like, I don't know, those type of situations, and it's coming from a black woman, so it's not quite the same.
It might be.
And I thought she was referencing his
She
penis
could have been
size, not
referencing
his.
both,
his
though.
That's what I'm.
It could have been reference to both,
Yeah.
but context though.
Yeah.
If you like
You're right.
the way you
actually.
verbalize it and the context of how you say it, where it's coming from, can determine like if you're fetishizing in a very offensive way, or if you just using adjectives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or being playful.
Yeah.
So you are matters a lot.
But
Yeah,
if
but
you white skinned it, you should just.
No, to be honest, if you have any specific opinion like this, it's okay to have taste. Like what you're attracted to is what you're attracted to. What doesn't turn you on doesn't turn you on. But why are you putting it on the internet? Why are you blasting this shit like you're not a black woman and you might have a black brother or a black father? Like, what is this?
I don't know.
We don't need to see it.
I've literally been told by people that I didn't know like me that were not black they're like, look at this beautiful milk chocolate man. Like I told you last.
like white chicks.
Hey,
Look,
how many
at the time,
times-
look at the. I'm not gonna cap.
When
At the
you're young,
time,
you
when I
don't
like-
know.
when I'm
how
young,
much
that's
cut
lit.
have you? How much cut have you let yourself get
Mhm.
off the milk chocolate?
Oh, I'm not gonna. Like I said, I'm not gonna act like I didn't benefit from it.
Don't act like you've never taken.
Oh no.
taking it.
It's a fact. There are look.
That two sides
Look, but
to
here's
every
the
coin
thing. As I
thing
get
is real.
older, I would be honest with you. Black women are starting to fuck with me less and less.
What?
That's a fact.
It's the opposite for me.
Like that's a fact, and I'll just put just like a little just droplet of my personal life in there. Every black girl like that I've tried to like talk to or connect to, like in the past month, they either ghost me or say they're gonna do something, they don't do it.
You be trying to talk to Coil Rays and shit.
I
huh?
fucking love Coil Ray, but these girls are
What?
not
You
all
love
the same
petite
type of
thing, really?
person. There's different types of black women. Like I have no discrimination, but they all don't fuck with me. I don't know what it is.
What?
Maybe there's just too much.
I don't
There's
believe
too
that.
much competition because I know I'm not the only person.
But
I'm not
wait.
an idiot. Like I know there's a lot of competition out here. It's LA.
Are you? But how about this? Are you chasing the nerdy black girls too, like the
No.
cosplayers?
I'll show you. I'll show you later. Hey, no nerdy black girl.
That's what I'm saying. You need to like widen your perspective.
No.
Oh, come on, try some new
I don't
things.
discriminate.
Get them taste
no,
buds.
No, rhythm. I don't discriminate. It's just like I have no
Chase the
discrimination, but at the
Naruto.
same time, like we said before, girls are the ones that choose.
You know who goes
girls
for you.
choose up. It's not like unless you're a guy and you're at a certain status. Like I said before, you cannot. Like I'm working my way, but like until you are at that point, you have no authority to choose up.
But do you swipe right on the black girl that's into Attack on Titan?
Facts.
Do you?
Yes, and they don't respect me back.
Oh,
They don't respect me back. I'm dead.
yeah. There's nothing
No,
you can do
you
about
guys
that.
laugh, but like it's a fact.
That
Like,
just-
this is what
you know
I'm
what-
saying. Like
Look-
it's
That's
just a
sad.
cyclical thing that goes back to the cyclical nature I'm talking about. Like this is a deep rooted type of thing.
He's got to
Like
change your
black women
bio.
automatically have like assumptions of black men and the other way around too.
Hmm.
And a lot of the times I don't even know if it's completely true. I don't know, dude. Like
You-
because it's funny. Like people tell me, like, why don't you do this, and that? It's like I've tried, dude. It just hasn't worked, and it's not because I don't
You ever
want it.
post a picture with your ass out? I bet you haven't.
We're like, what?
I played. I've done plenty of
bet you
sports with
haven't.
my ass out there, all over there, that people can see.
You know what's fucked up is that like
Yeah.
that'll be the case. Like black women may reject you more so than the
Yeah.
other,
Yeah.
ethnic groups
they
or
have to.
whatever. But then
They
when
have
you
to?
when you pop out,
They-
right, all of a sudden like you're the bad guy, like you're the sellout.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Because
It's like,
because you don't fuck with me, so I go elsewhere. Now I'm the sellout.
Yeah,
How?
because black women get to do what they want.
Why?
Because they black women. What you mean?
Is that
Oh, it's
right? No. Forget
mean,
that.
just like-
Forget that. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe
They
because
can do
they
what
are.
they want.
Yeah,
and it's
they're
right?
always at a disadvantage.
This is
yes.
gonna sound ridiculous.
Wait. So you're
But-
telling me if they don't like me, it's my fault?
Like, don't
No,
they
I'm
say
not saying
black
that.
women
No,
and
that's what
Asian
you
men?
just said. That's what we
are a
just
good
said. I'm
match?
talking about. Look, if I am looking
I'm
for a black
serious.
woman and I'm
What?
looking for her and she's not fucking with me for whatever reason, and then I go elsewhere because other women are trying to fuck with me, that's my fault.
It's not your fault, but I'm saying that black women have to police themselves and like their interactions with
So
others.
they police themselves where they push away the people that they say they want. They say they want
Yes,
a
Oh
lot
my
of black
God.
men, but like they,
What I
that's
just
a
said
part.
is
That's
backwards.
that's a part of systemic racism. Yes.
yeah,
Like,
no, I hear
the
you,
whole
but I'm
Willie
saying,
Lynch shit,
but like
part
that's
of
a
it,
problem.
Like what you were saying.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's a
earlier.
problem.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you said, it wasn't a problem. That's a problem.
Okay,
though.
yeah.
You said it was.
But
That's
when
a
I
problem.
say it's not a problem, what I mean is I don't blame black women for it.
I don't either, but it's a problem.
Agreed.
Like
Yeah.
there's a difference in that. Like I don't think black men, or black women either at complete fault because of, like I said, the cyclical
They've been
nature
Yeah.
of where they're
Plagued from the
coming
beginning,
from.
yeah.
But at the same time, it's a problem, and the fact that one party or another doesn't acknowledge it as it is at whatever time or point is an issue.
As long as we in America, though, ain't nobody ever about to come together. We know that.
What? We supposed to have the
That's not
highest
true,
chances.
because a lot of there's people that are literally black and they're together and they're happy.
Yeah, but
So
that's
there's a
not,
certain type of person. I'm
yeah,
saying
they say women don't go. The least dated is Asian men
black
and
women.
black women.
For
So
sure.
that's why they said they should link up. But it's actually the opposite. It's because
No.
of the sick things that we've been brainwashed with that these both people are
Well-
undesired because we think Asian men are small, so we don't go to date them. And then whatever connotation they put on black women is that.
Here's the connotations put on black women. I think sometimes it's fair and sometimes it's unfair. A lot of black women.
Okay, no.
No.
I don't think we should go down that road. Hold on.
Really?
Yeah, Habibi, that's
mean-
too much. It's not. I don't want to say anything negative or say something. Am I wrong? Shall I let you rock?
You can say
I
what you
don't know. I
want.
don't want to say.
delicate conversations.
Yeah, it's very-
If you
it's
want
very
to say-
scary. I don't wanna
just think a lot of shit that's placed on black women isn't their fault. It's
Yeah.
because
For
they've
sure.
had to react to the reality and the
Oh.
communities and the environment they were in. If you're a black woman, you've had to be the reality they've been in since whenever slavery times was. You've had to be more masculine. You've had to stand up for yourself, and you've had to provide the life you needed to for your children, regardless.
Mhm.
And with that becomes you have these masculine traits. And so now you're doing whatever you can. If you have a single mother or father,
I don't call an adaptive woman masculine.
No. I'm talking about there's masculine traits that go into doing that, dude. Like there's literally like a feminine. Like what whatever. What we define as a feminine mindset is usually submissive, right? Really, at the end of the day,
Okay.
traditional feminine mindset for most women is being submissive and not taking the lead. A black woman that has a single child, they have to be masculine. They have to take control of their life because they have a children to
and
take
the
care of.
household.
In the household because they're no longer around. You know why? Because most of the time they were taken. The father was taken
Yeah.
away. That's what I'm saying.
This
It's not
nigga
their
spit.
fault.
This nigga spitting.
I'm whatever. Hate me if you want to. I love black women, but like it's not their fault. They have to do what they have to do.
No, it was a concerted effort
You know
to
what I'm saying?
deconstruct
but like
the black
it's
family.
but it's neither their fault. But like
That's
the
the
reality of
thing.
the fact is the social contracts has gotten to a point where like black women have to do this, but at the same time, black men that are unaware of this construct, they come in and all they think they see is a masculine woman, and they don't want that. And it's not the black woman's fault because they're doing what they have to do to survive. So now you have two conflicting constructs fighting each other when both of them are limited time structs. It's fucked up.
It is, but the way I I see it, like at some point you gotta take accountability for like
Exactly.
loving your culture and loving your community.
Oh, facts. But if you don't know about your culture, how would you know? Because most black people aren't taught about their culture.
Uh,
Like they
I'm
literally
not-
don't even know.
marriage.
Like if I didn't go to where I did to learn, I would have never learned. I would have just thought all people of certain types of blackness ain't shit. Like seriously.
No, we evolve.
No. You don't evolve because what I was taught when I was growing up as a black man, black history started in 1400s when we were brought over on slave ships.
Right.
That
Okay,
ain't
right.
shit. Let me tell you something. If you actually learn black history, whatever, 2 cameras. If you actually learn black history is actually the epicenter of everything that you know. History, math, science, all that shit. Psychology, all that shit started with us. Everybody took and ran with it. I don't care. Do the research. It's a fact. A lot of people don't know
Lucy.
that. And so when you
Lucy.
like literally, so a lot of people don't know that. So when you don't know that, and a lot of people who are not like I was lucky enough to get to a college where I was able to learn about this shit. But if you're not, you don't know this. So the only thing you know is about what your family ignorance, like we talked about it. It's not even bliss. It's like I think you used a different word. You guys, one of you two used a different word at the last meeting. It's not even
me,
bliss.
but I don't remember what I said.
It was a different word, but like at the same time, that's what I mean. Like if you don't know, like you're gonna operate a certain way. So that's the difference. Like
no, that's a great point.
Cozy. You said your mom said
even
ignorance is
cozy, comfortable,
Yeah,
dog.
ignorance is cozy, and
Like
some
you're
people,
comfortable with it,
well,
but
the
it
thi- it's
doesn't
like-
mean it doesn't
it's
make
like
it
having
right.
a nice house. You know what I'm saying? Like their ignorance is like living in a nice house, and imagine that waking up to everything that was wrong with the world meant that they would have to go live in the woods.
Exactly.
They've just
Are
never
they
had to worry
willing-
about the same
Are they
things.
willing to sacrifice living in that cozy ass house
And I don't even blame them for doing
For
that because
living-
they don't know
to
better.
join
for
you
living-
in the woods?
to not to join you in the woods, but to join you in reality? That because that's
Right.
what the woods is.
I
Because
see.
I don't even blame them for that. Like I don't blame black people for living the life they do, thinking the way they do, because they don't know any better. It wasn't taught that way. It was doing on a specific purpose to make sure that we don't know what the fuck is happening. Because when black people knew what was happening, you got a lot of rebellions, you got a lot of riots, you got a lot of shit that we see. We got
I mean, you
whatever.
got
Even
the-
Black Lives Matter movement, however diluted it's been, at the mere premise of it, you got this type of shit.
a great message.
You know, you got the message was
Black
there.
Lives
And so
Matter.
you see a lot of this shit pop up over time to time in the past 100 years. And that's part of it. And that's the point, is like, that's why, like, it's such a cyclical thing for me that, like, with minorities, not even just black people in general, this is what they have to reside to.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm off my shit.
No, but the
Alright.
cyclical thread.
It's a cyclical thread, dude. And it's fucked up. And that's why, like, the fetishizing of, like, certain cultures, of any, like, culture, is just fucked up because it's really rooted in some deep-rooted shit that people don't even fucking know about. So
Yeah.
they just keep spreading it if it's not a problem.
I got a Kardashian take that one day might make it onto this pod. So far I've cut 3 hot Kardashian takes. It's never made the light of day. Cause I'm
Okay.
scared because they got me shook too. But it's something to discuss there.
Fuck them niggas.
What they
Hi,
gonna do?
Tito.
Come beat
No,
you
he's
up?
like, cut this shit out. He's like, cut
No,
it.
let's just not go there. But
Yeah.
speaking to your point, though, I feel like even with the fetishization thing, like, again, it does go back to accountability, because the flip side of that is like we're talking about fetishization in a negative way, right? We
Yeah.
don't like it collectively, but
Yeah.
at the same time, people are willing to benefit from it when
That's
it's
the problem.
favorable to them.
That's the problem.
Facts.
and you know,
Because
that's
she might
the
be
other
fine
side
as
of that.
fuck.
That's the other
And that's
side
not
of
even
that.
that. If I open my mouth, we can open a can of worms.
Yes.
I don't know about that today. But
'Cause,
yes,
yeah.
there is a totally different thing if you put yourself on the other side of that fence. And if that desire is there too.
gotta
This
be
is sticky.
accountable.
It's a slippery slope.
Slippery slope. People gotta be accountable, but it's also it starts from one place. Always. Always
Self-hate?
does. I mean, but like the self-hate comes from, like I said, keep going back.
Oh
The
my
where does the
God,
self-hate
this shit
come
is
from?
so fucked. Hell
It is,
yeah.
though, but like we got to if you're gonna talk, like I have no problem going outside the fence. Let's just talk about where the sources are from. Like the self-hate comes from a certain place.
Yeah, there's a historical
There's
context.
this historical
to
There,
construct
everything
there
when
we're
you're
is
talking
talking
not
about this
one
stuff.
race the whites have not fucked in the ass.
Oh, that's a fact. I'm
I'm
looking
so
both cameras and
serious.
say there is no race that
There's
the
not
white
one.
contract has not come in and said you should be this way, you should be that way, and you should do it like this.
The
Shit.
Spaniards, the blacks,
Hey,
the Arabs.
Hey, speaking on the topic of,
He's like,
of
get
looking
me out
into
of
the,
here.
speaking on the topic of looking into the camera and letting people know that white people don't give a fuck about us.
Oh shit.
Donda didn't drop.
Wait, you think that was the white people that stopped it?
Yo, that was a wild transition.
You know what? I was kind of trying to throw the alley oop, but he did it first. But I'm gonna
That
catch
shit
it.
was you
think
threw
that-
it perfect.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like I just did a trick dunk low key. Like
I was like, you gotta play
through the
NBA Live from
legs?
2008, 2010 when you had the dunk contest, and it was like you had to press a bunch of buttons. That was the same shit.
exactly.
Nerd moment. But anyways, yeah, like for me, I saw Kanye was having a listening event. I was like, this shit is not coming out this day. Because I knew Kanye. You know,
He
I don't
did
know
say
because Jermaine Dupri tweeted. I don't even know if it was real, but I saw it on Alien Winston's page. He's like, y'all are not from. We're honestly, to be honest, most of us aren't from the listening party areas. People would throw listening parties for their albums to get
feedback.
how people would receive it, and then they go and change
100%.
it. If people loved it, they might change 1-2 things and drop it that night. But if they didn't get enough what they wanted, they're like, okay, I'm gonna curb this for 1 or 2 weeks. And what do you know? Donda's been curved for 2 more weeks, and he's inside the stadium, which I think, as a hip hop purist, you told me this earlier, that's dope. Like locking yourself inside of a studio, inside whatever you are, to just get that shit done. Like when Kanye West locked himself inside of a studio in
A
Hawaii
stadium.
for
Okay, right.
most like Beautiful Just Talk Fantasy, and he had all those people in there for 10,000 hours. It came out with the
Fire.
masterpiece. Whatever. Like
Did any of us hear the clips? I have not seen a thing.
I heard stuff about the clips. I have not heard the clips.
Good or bad?
I heard that I heard there need to be more drums on the song, and that the verses for Kanye need to be
Kanye lacking
finished.
drums, bro. In what world?
Kanye lacked a lot of drums in the last two. Like there was
Yeah.
different times where he has beats that don't sound finished. Like and a lot of people
Yeah.
said this shit didn't sound
Maybe
finished.
on the bipolar one, it was a little
That's
softer.
just what I heard.
But I don't know.
And I feel that like there's been a lot of tracks I feel like Kanye's trying to pull back too much on and try to regress to try to get a certain point.
Simplify,
And it leaves open space where there shouldn't be open space. Like there's a way to do it, and I think he's done it well before, but I feel like in this one people said you need to finish the verses for you.
Oh
Jay
my
killed
God.
it, and you need more drums. That's what I heard.
I can't. I don't
That's what I
even
heard.
want to develop an opinion until I hear it.
I didn't hear it,
Same.
but that's just what I read.
Because I want it
like, I
to be
don't know.
good so bad.
Like
Me too.
I was waiting for 2 hours before our meeting last time, waiting for it to start, and it didn't start till halfway through our meeting.
Yeah.
like how many I was waiting.
The listening party.
Yeah, it was fuck. I've gone to this point with Kanye West. I was telling you, like, I don't expect anything from Kanye West at this point. He's just set such a high regard for me that whenever he says he's gonna drop something, I don't take it verbatim because I know at this point he's trying to beat himself.
He's so abstract.
He's trying to beat himself. Like he literally has such an insane catalog up to a certain point for me that he's just trying to beat himself. Even with his last 3
Yeah.
projects, I don't think they were his best, but he just has such an insane catalog for those first 4 or 5 albums that he's trying to beat himself still.
I mean, I just want for Kanye to be okay at this point. I don't care about what he drops. I don't care whether it's good or not.
Do you think
I'm
Kanye
so
wants
worried.
to be okay?
I don't care. I'm just so worried for his mental health that I want bro to like go away for like 2
Kanye
years and
is
just
okay?
enjoy not American pop culture.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, hear this though. Maybe Kanye is at that point where like he doesn't even like. I feel like maybe before, like I say this all the time, I think the turning point for Kanye was when his mom died. I really do. Like his music hasn't been the same. He hasn't been the same, rightfully so.
I feel like he hasn't been a rapper since then.
Right. I'm just saying he hasn't been who we thought he was. Like, because his mom died right after Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I believe.
Well, don't say he's not who you thought he was. That man still exists. That's what pisses me
No,
off.
he's not. He's not.
still in there.
No. He's no.
Yes,
that
he
that
is.
man that we saw before is not, and I don't respect him. I don't expect him to. Let's be very fair here. Like, if my mom dies in the middle of the most creative part of my life, for me as an artist, I derive a lot of my inspiration from not even the shit I go through, but also people in my life.
Mm.
So, like, if one of my lifeblood is gone,
Mm.
things are gonna change. You saw Kanye change, and like, I don't hate him for it. I just think how he changed. You see the music he's putting out. You see how he's moving, and he's done a good job for himself. Like he went from being broke to being a billionaire. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna hate on it, but I'm saying is like the Kanye that we used to know is gone, and there's nothing wrong with saying that.
I just don't agree.
How?
Because
Music wise, how?
he's there.
Wow.
I think at this
Music-wise,
point,
how is he there?
if Kanye's not doing music, then he goes nuts.
No. How is
he
the
needs an
Kanye
outlet.
before? No. I'm talking about from college
Sounds
dropout.
change. People evolve. He's
No.
evolving.
There's a difference between people. No, but people evolving, but also people evolving is also the type of quality music you put out. Kanye evolved from College Dropout to Bar.
No. Let's not talk. Hold on. Let's not talk about quality when it comes to Kanye.
Quality.
Because what's that album with the blue circle? What was that?
Jesus?
Jesus King?
Jesus
King?
Was it Jesus is King?
That shit was
Jesus
terrible.
is King.
Okay, you say that.
Whoa.
But the fucking content is
terrible.
nothing but affirmation. It's nothing
It's
but
terrible.
positive shit.
No, I'm not
Wait.
saying, but I'm
You
not saying
said
it's
it's
not
your car?
positive. That's
No, that
that's
shit
not
is
what I'm
magic.
saying. But like, that's not my point. See, you're twisting to it. There's a difference between. I don't know any Kanye West music that isn't positive. I really don't.
It's a different
Where?
type of
No,
messaging.
no.
The messaging changed.
How has any of his music not been positive? It's been a different direction, maybe, but when it has not been positive, he's always been talking
I don't
about.
know,
At
man.
least every album, I've heard some positive shit from Kanye.
18,
it
she
might
got
not
your
have
kids
been
for 18
to the point
years.
where it's religious, maybe Watch the Throne or maybe the later shit, but like it's never not been positive at some point.
Dog.
This is different, dog.
The only
no.
crazy. It's
we get it.
crazy
We're
'cause,
getting a
like,
different Kanye, and I'm just saying for. Maybe it's just for me, whatever. But for me, I just feel like we have not gotten the same Kanye since he lost his mom, and I don't blame him for it. I just feel like there's a different Kanye to be had, and you get it from people. Like you see when he drops shit, like people are like,
You're right about that. There's a different.
There's a different
to be had.
Kanye. There's
Yes.
a different Kanye to be had, and I don't like. For me, I just feel like the Kanye that we had for those albums from College Dropout to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is gone. That's my point.
I don't know, because My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, wasn't he in pain? Wasn't he just getting off a breakup? And that sound was different.
Yes, he was. That's fine. But like a lot of artists, we have seen a lot of artists go through that and make great music. But Kanye, as we know, people who are really Kanye fans know his mom was a huge part of his life, especially as a black man with a single mother. Like we have to take into account how
So
that impacted.
his music is less impactful because it's positive and
No. I
praising
think it's-
Jesus.
No,
I don't even
no.
believe
Not
in
saying
Jesus.
that. I'm saying
as
his
Jesus,
music
but
is different. It's just I'm saying it's different. It's different from where he was before to where he is now. It's not because it's not positive, because I think it's still positive.
He said,
It's just different music.
He said, I think about killing myself and I love myself. So you
He's
know
been
I
doing
thought
that for
about killing
years.
you. There is not depth there.
I
I don't care how simple
I-
that song is. There's
I
not
just think
depth there.
I think the quality has gone down since then.
I don't know. This is
That's
what I was
just how
gonna
I
say.
feel.
Did
That's just how I
anybody
feel.
listen?
And
'Cause
I
I
might be on
listened
an
to.
island. It's okay, but I'm not gonna lie. Like
I don't think you're on an
hold,
island. I just don't agree.
I hold Kanye to such a degree that that's just how I feel. Like I'm not gonna lie just because he's been going through shit. Because he's been going through shit. And that's what made Kanye really great. Because he's been doing that. He got broken up with his
But
mom.
he's going through shit now, and you're saying that
No.
he's not
I
as
just feel like
great.
the music quality has gone down. Before it used to go up. Like it's not like he hasn't gone through shit. That's what I'm saying. Like the
Okay.
fact that he's gone through shit hasn't changed, but his music quality for me has gone down.
Style.
That's all. And it's not even the content. Like he's been positive. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Kanye West has never not been positive to some extent. Maybe this is the most positive he's been, but he has been positive before.
Or like Jesus friendly, whatever you call
yeah,
that.
I don't care. That's
I don't
not even
know.
my.
I don't know
That's
what
not
that
even
is.
my discretion. Like that's not my. That's not my beef. My beef is the quality of the music. It is not the content of the music. But yeah,
Low
go
key,
ahead.
I feel like his perception of what is and isn't good is just off now because he thinks he's so far ahead of the times that he has no idea what will and won't hit. Because, like, did y'all listen to the album that was released just by the Sunday Service Band?
Yeah.
Not Jesus is King, but
Yeah,
the record that they
I know what
released
you're talking
that was
about. All
just
those
the
songs
band.
he releases. Yeah. Uh-huh.
That shit was fire.
I thought it was fire.
I thought it was fire.
But
and
when
I was
you
like,
heard
why-
that-
and I was
yeah.
like, why isn't this
Right.
Jesus is
But
like
you
why
didn't- but
isn't
you
this
heard
the
Jesus
thing
is
that's
King,
getting
that's what I'm
pushed? You
saying.
know what I'm saying? So, and what I mean is like
Yeah.
I don't want to say the quality's not there. What I mean is just like his perception of what will and won't hit is so fucked up now
I
that
don't
it's
think
like
he cares at this point.
he's so no. I feel like he's just so meticulous with his work at this point that his product suffers for it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if he would just let songs be fine, then it would be okay. But I feel like he put so much work into like, okay, and now I'm not gonna drop and I'm gonna do all this other stuff. It's like, bro, I'm sure you have good stuff, but you're like trying so hard to go out of
Right.
your way to be weird and different that you're like the song is suffering for it. It's like you were talking about earlier,
You're
songs
such a
songs
fucking
lacking
hoe.
drums.
I love it.
Like there are songs that he
I
does have on
love
the recent songs that like the last few albums,
Yeah.
there are tracks that sound like the production is like, what is this?
Like, what is this?
Like-
Because you're Kanye West. Like, what is this? Like, that's the other thing. Like, Kanye West, people who know Kanye West, he started as producer trying to rap for Jay-Z.
It's the producer.
It wasn't the other way around. He wasn't a rapper that turned a producer. He was a producer that turned rapper. Like, you look up the YouTube videos. We
Jonte,
know.
you're itching. What are you itching to say? What's popping?
I don't have a lot to say about.
You don't
Kanye.
agree, right?
That's a lie.
Just tell me. Agree with me that you don't agree.
He's got shit to say.
Okay.
You got
agree-
shit to say. Don't
Agree
do
with
that.
me that you
That's
don't
a lie.
agree.
Now you're lying. That's a lie.
Okay. Agree with what exactly? You talking about JT's statement about the quality going down?
That's one thing.
My
we can talk
whole
about.
thing was like, I feel like at this point, I've said this. I will say this.
I don't think the
will-
music is subpar, bro.
It's gonna sell
music-
regardless.
Look, Kanye West is
Yeah.
just like people who win 3 rings at the beginning of their career, and in the last 10 years of the career, they don't have another ring. They've set this such a high standard for themselves that when they don't do it year after year, public
It's
perception.
a knock to him.
It's just it. Even though it maybe overall quality of their legacy isn't knocked down completely, perception is they're going down the ladder and they're falling from such great heights. But I feel like even Kanye West is falling from such great heights that he can do what he wants. And I think he knows that. And so he's exercising that to do that. And I don't blame him for doing that. But for me, as somebody who saw Kanye go from where he was, making beats for Jay-Z on Rockefeller, making Lucifer, making all these tracks, going to rapping, getting signed by them, and then doing all this shit.
I mean,
I feel like he's just taking gradual steps down for me.
at the end of the day,
music-wise.
this is a hard discussion to have, specifically because the last few albums, in particular with Kanye's
It ain't good,
content,
dude.
it's white people
It ain't good.
buying Kanye's
But like,
content.
let's be honest,
It's not
white
like
people
the
have
streets are
always
not
been buying
eating-
hip hop albums.
The streets are not eating up Kanye like
These
that.
days.
Like
but
These
white
days.
people are always buying his album.
speaking of shit that white people eat up.
Ooh, wait, Jonte, what is it?
Y'all ain't trying to kill nobody.
What is it though? What is it? Oh, me.
Your mic.
Sorry.
You ain't trying to kill nobody though.
What?
Y'all ain't trying to purge nobody.
I ain't trying to purge nobody though.
Yo, this ties into the stuff we were talking about earlier with the pitting, the same race against each other. The purge, gentlemen.
I'm not gonna lie. I love the Purge movies.
Is that who did the first one? Is that a James Wan movie?
It's James DeMonco.
James
Yeah,
DeMarco.
he did all the Purge movies.
Okay.
So the first actual Purge movie is not the first in the actual chronological series.
No, yeah.
Yeah, but the concept to me has always been very intriguing because we have a society now where like obviously crime runs rampant to certain communities, and it's like people always are trying to study why it's happening, who's doing it, and why. But when you look at these movies, it's because there's a 12-hour period where all crime is legal.
24.
Murder is encouraged.
Is it 12 or 24?
No, sometimes
12.
it's like from
It's 12.
sundown to
No, it's 12.
sunup.
No, it's 12.
Oh.
It's always 12.
12 hours?
It's usually like 9 p.m. to
Like 9
9
a.m. Yeah,
Yes.
I'd agree. Yeah.
So it's always 12 hours. And like in these movies, like anything is legal, obviously, with weapons class 4 and under, but most people know what that is. So most weapons that people get their hands on is legal. Like
Even
I think the only
bubblegum?
thing that might not be is like rocket launchers, maybe. Rocket launchers might be a step above.
When I play
weapon.
video games, just
But like
that was always my
flamethrowers
gun.
and everything below is in there. Like Grand Theft Auto, anything you can get on Grand Theft Auto mostly. Anything you get on
Is
Grand Theft Auto
acceptable?
mostly is acceptable.
I have a question. How much? Okay. I had to think about how to phrase this. Okay.
Okay.
So the idea of the purge, right?
Uh-huh.
I feel like our culture has shifted in a way where like everyone kind of recognizes as far as pop culture goes, music and movies, as far as creativity and formulas go, motherfuckers are running out of ideas.
Tapped out?
Motherfuckers are running out of ideas in our
Okay.
society. You know what I'm saying? The American empire has been
Okay.
popular for however long, and you're bound to have a rut at one point or another.
Okay.
And it seems like motherfuckers is running out of ideas. And I think of the purge, and I feel like the person who comes up with the purge is somebody thinking of like our culture's worst fears and making
Them reality?
a movie out of it based on what
Okay.
I'm going to say this. I feel like it's based on sensationalism. You know what I'm saying? It's like
okay.
it's exciting. It involves violence.
Okay.
A lot of people like to think about how violence might be cathartic. You know what I'm saying? And the
Okay.
purge. How many like school shooter types do you think were so fucking happy that a movie like The Purge dropped? How many weird kids do you think there are out there that like
we can talk about it.
enjoy The
All right.
Purge in
It
the
did
wrong
satisfy
way?
some
All right,
thirst.
let's talk about it. But like, also, like the Purge movie concept isn't an original idea. Like, it
That's
came
fair.
from an ancient. Like, I'm born on Christmas.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
and people
gosh.
ask me all the time, like, how do you feel about your birthday? I'm like, I hate it. They're like, why? Because it's literally baked into pagan traditional holidays. Sorrentilia? Is that how you say it?
Damn, I
it's
heard
a
that
Saturn.
word 69.
Saturnalia, something like that.
Damn,
Yeah,
you don't fuck
yeah.
with
So,
a
like,
lot of white girls.
It was literally a week in
your
Roman
pagan
culture
bag?
where like people literally could go and do anything. It started off as just casual, like, hey, you know what? If you guys want to get drunk, gamble, do shit in the street, it's fine. But eventually it turned into, hey, I'm gonna rape these women. I'm gonna pillage this village. I'm gonna kill you if I have a problem with you, and you're gonna take it. And guess what? There's no courts for the whole week. Ain't nobody
First,
policing
it was
shit.
a day, but that
It was a
wasn't
day.
good
That's what I'm
enough.
saying.
They had to
turned
extend it for a
from
week.
a day to a week because you know why? Because they were living under such strict bylaws and rules that it was kind of a power trip. Like, hey, y'all see who whoop de whoop got killed last week? This could happen if we don't live on these rules. And like, so like when people ask me like, how do you feel about my birthday? I'm like, people used to kill and rape people and pillage people on my birthday.
That's every holiday.
Christmas is terrible. Like Romans really built this holiday as a like a not a like a consolation prize. So kind of like, hey, this is the end of it. Like exchange gifts with each other and all this shit. But like,
And get all your
but like it was like a
angers
release
out
the
before the
demons thing. Yeah,
beginning
like
of the
you
year.
released the demons for 6 days. Like I saw you kill Hoop Doop and rape them 6 days ago. Like what the fuck are you talking about? Like we know who
back
you are.
in church the next week.
Yeah.
God,
So like it's like Romans were
damn.
wilding out, but like the Purge for me, like every time I see these movies, I'm like, it's a very interesting concept because it's not that far removed from the reality we live now. Because a lot of people have to live these realities without these restrictions being put on them. A lot of them, like a whole lot of them, and that's why I'm like, for those type of people, it would be a different type of experience for like versus like
Yeah, when they
average people. Like if we're in a purge, like who are you guys trying to purge?
who suffers
Do
the
you
most?
well? Who do you participate? For
Yeah.
one?
Do you participate also? Then who
How
do you purge if you
participate?
do that?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Because
Who are you?
It involves
God.
like we're probably going to talk about murder the most,
Yeah,
but
because that's
we
the
have
thing.
to
all
remember
crimes
that
are legal. So like everything you
Exactly.
can think about, I'm not gonna list them, but you guys can use your imagination of all the shit that could happen between.
bank robberies, all type of
I
shit.
just want to say that I'm glad in our pre-production meeting that
Huh?
none of us thought to mention the word rape. But like
Grape? Yeah,
that's
no.
one of the
It's
first.
just
'cause
YouTube
it's-
friendly. We gotta say grape probably.
Grape?
Yeah, because if you say rape on
That's not
YouTube, they
acceptable,
they,
no.
they
We can't make
the,
light of
the
that.
algorithm just.
But I didn't even think about it until we were watching videos this morning. I was like, oh
Oh.
shit! Like it's more. It's not just
Yes.
killing.
So in the last, because I love the Purge fucking movies. I watch them all the time. The last Purge movie they did, the guy came into like a black woman's house with her, like a mom and a daughter. He's like, I'm here to release a Purge. I'm here to rape you both and then kill you.
For the
like-
record, if we want to use that term, we can just say sexual assault.
Sorry, grape,
Oh, there you
sexual
go.
assault.
Just
Yes.
say sexual assault.
Sexual assault. He came into sexual. He told them straight up, but like it was never really a main concept of the movie. But it's also just
It was just
underlying-
sprinkled in there like
It's
it was
just-
alright.
It's in the
Sprinkle
background.
thing,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. I'm gonna show
But
y'all how random my
I just
brain
think
is
for
real
me,
quick,
like
but-
it's also just interesting thing. Like, I don't think society, if this were to happen, like I don't think it's that far off for me. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all. And like Rhythm, I do like your deep dive into it about sensationalism. But
Yeah.
when I think about the Purge, I think of it like it's a lot more political
Yes.
than people
Yeah.
like to think it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because really, when you think about it, even going, I don't know if it was the second one or the third one, but when they get into
Yeah.
like the politics of how
Third
it
one.
came about,
Third one, yeah.
right? Of like how they even started it in the
It was
first
the
place.
first Purge, the black
It
people.
was like
yeah.
a political power grab
Yep.
Yeah.
kind of thing. And on top of that, it gets even deeper. Like I think it was the second one or whatever. If you notice, it was like they were trying to get people involved with the shit, right? Like people to participate.
Yeah.
But notice like where they experimented with it first. It was
Yeah.
in
The poor
the
people.
black community.
Yeah.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
where they like kind of like set off these different people to like get the people going with the violent shit, right?
That's
So-
true, but that's not the people that's going. Like the people that's going to go see the Purge ain't think about that.
No, not at all. Not at all. No,
You
no,
know?
Yeah,
no.
totally get there.
I'm
No,
saying,
it's not for that. It's purely entertainment. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, how you went into your deep dive about, like,
Yeah.
the psychology of it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
Because I don't think the movies are all that bad of movies, but I think
No, I don't
just
think so.
like-
Either. I think they have a lot of good, like, actual sincere points in them. Like,
I agree.
if there's actually a purge, think about it. The government is trying to get rid of all excess fat. Let's just be honest here. Like, the world runs
the
on
fat,
limited
yeah.
resources based on the people that live there. So if you get rid of excess fat, which is usually poor people that don't have resources,
War.
that don't have connections. I mean, war does that, but like the purge in one day will do that. You could just go and kill off all the poor people.
Nah.
You know what?
I'm going to say that, and maybe this is just a theory. Purge in comparison to war by far trumps
Oh no, I'm
a
not saying
purge
it.
day.
I'm not saying they don't trump. I'm just
Wait,
saying
I'm
in
As
one day. I'm
as
just saying in one
deaths
day.
to like eliminate.
I'm just saying
excess fat,
war.
like-
You know why war has certain connotations that make you look bad, but on a
Because
purge
it's right
it
for a
doesn't.
righteous
It's legal.
reason?
What I'm
Yeah.
saying is like one's legal and the other one is you have still connotations put on you. Like literally, like even regardless of what people say, like yeah, you're fighting for your country, all that, but like at the end of the day, if you're killing innocent people,
You're a body.
you're a body.
was
But like
used.
on the purge, everything's legal.
Not only is it legal, they made it to where, like,
Encouraged.
if you participate, you are patriotic.
Yeah, you get to pay to do so. So they're gonna
That's
kill
the
off all these.
sickest shit,
So
bro.
they're gonna kill off all these people, not only because they don't want them to be there already. Like they don't give up. They don't want these people
Yeah.
to be here anyway. This is just another excuse for me to go
It's a
kill all
casualty.
y'all. Be
But
respectful. I'm gonna kill all
it's-
y'all niggas because
The purge is only different, and this is why I feel like the numbers stagger in comparison. Is like the purge. If you are poor and black, you know that motherfuckers is about to come after you.
Of course.
But something like the military industrial complex
Yeah.
is so much deeper that motherfuckers is brainwashed into some idea of
Yeah.
like, oh, if I go die
What
for
patriotism
the
is.
USA, that makes me a good person. Like,
maybe yeah. To some people,
Not if you
yeah.
killed my cousin in the Middle East.
But like yeah, exactly. That's like two different.
Yep.
Exactly.
And it's like the amount of bodies that are lost in comparison. It's like the purge. It's like we were talking about earlier. It's like
yeah.
Cleansing.
Yeah.
just the idea that legalizing things can have an effect on society where people don't have the desire
And
to
the
do it as
perception.
much because it's legal. It's like
Yeah.
if you legalize all drugs, a lot of the people will like
Yeah.
lose the
It's like when
excitement
they
for it.
like when they legalized alcohol, like they had a huge problem with alcohol. Once they legalized it, even as much problems we have with alcohol,
no, when
nowhere
they banned
near-
it, there were
nowhere
more
even near.
issues.
No, it was when it was banned, it was issues. But once they legalized
up.
it went up. But like even still, even think about drugs. Like most of the time when people, it's just like a reverse psychology thing. Tell somebody they can't do something, you do it more, and you can. Most of
don't
the
care
time, you're gonna do
anymore.
less. Like most of the time, you're gonna do less. I think alcohol may be the only exception, only because it's just so socially accepted across
Hmm.
the whole board.
Yeah.
I think most people be willing to drink more alcohol than to take some hard drug that might ruin their life.
Mm.
Just because of the
Exactly.
perception, the
Just-
connotation.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The narrative.
People rather take a shot than maybe do heroin or do some shit like that to ruin their life.
So do y'all
Maybe.
participate in the purge?
The fuck?
Do you participate or do you stay protected?
In the purge?
Staying protected is participating.
I think
Hey!
that's-
it depends
a
on
mind fuck.
what you're trying to do. Are you trying to kill people or are you trying to stay alive?
I think
What do you,
that
I'm asking you.
the broads,
If I'm trying to look, if the purge, well, here's the other thing. We wrote it, but like, how much advance notice I have?
The year.
If I have a year to prepare, oh, put it on God. Like I'm linking up with all the homies that are connected. I'm linking all the homies that are military. I'm linking up people that know how to deal with death.
But are you killing anyone?
No, you know why? Because all the people that know how to deal with death. Because a lot of people, we'll go back to this. A lot of people in these communities that have to deal with death all the time, have to deal with people losing people. They know how to deal with it, and it's a regular thing. It's just another day for them.
Mm.
Like literally, a lot of people that have to do that. Like I've lost my homie yesterday on some bullshit. Walking down the street, whoop de boop, whatever. I lost my other homie doing some stupid shit. You know, like a lot of people have to do this shit
Purge behavior.
regular. It's not even purge.
Yeah.
Like they got
Quote,
killed.
unquote.
So now it's
Exactly.
like we got
That's
one
their
day.
life.
Okay, I'm gonna keep all the people that I want around me, near me, safe. If you want to come around me, good luck, cause I'm gonna be ready. And the people that know how to stay alive, like the military people, even those people, like I know how to stay alive with limited rations, limited food, limited water. The government has told me how to stay alive for months, years on end, and I have one day. Like these are the people I'm keeping around me. Even like you said, pastors, mourners, like people that
like
know how to deal with death.
morticians and funeral directors.
Even
and
like
shit.
I don't even try to use this as like a. I'm not even trying to exploit them, but like people that I know and they're in gangbang culture, like this is a part of it. They do this shit for years. People have been outside since 7 years old. Once they get 20, they're old, dog. People are 20 years old in the hood are old. They're washed up. They've seen everything, dog. By the time, that's why I said when people ask me like, "Why are you so happy to be 25 and alive?" I'm like, "Dog, because niggas ain't supposed to live past 25. Most of the time, black men live past 25 in a urban neighborhood."
I'm gonna let y'all know just so everybody knows because I'm pretty sure everybody thinks that if the purge did hit or an apocalypse situation hit, that they should look to military people. And as someone who grew up on a military base, I'm gonna let you know that you should trust 80% less of military people than you initially thought. Because there's a lot of fucking idiots that join the military just like any other profession. You know what I'm saying? People oh, because they were in the military, they got trained to do this, and this.
No.
Just because you had English class does not mean that you paid attention.
I'm talking about people that I know
like,
they're in the military that I know care about me and also know what they're doing in the military.
Yeah.
I ain't just going to random military fucking like I know people that I know that are into the like I said, you have to know people that are connected, know what they're doing in these situations. And you know it. Even if you have especially if you have like a month or a year ahead of events, you're gonna know who's with the shits, who knows how to handle this, based off if you had 24 hours to know, hey, tomorrow there's gonna be a purge.
So why would you purge if the purge was tomorrow?
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich?
You ain't
Eat
getting
the
to the
rich.
rich. You know why? Because those rules say you can't even fuck with people above a certain status.
Which rules?
The
Of
rules say
purge?
you. Literally, the purge. Look at the purge rules.
Really?
It says people have a certain status of the government cannot be touched. The president, and the vice president cannot be touched.
That's fine. Then them niggas gonna have to arrest me. Boop 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 boop.
Everybody
Fine. You ain't
Whatever.
getting near them. They gonna shoot your
That's
head
only
off.
two people.
Shoot me
though.
then.
What?
It was only two people, right? The president and the vice president.
There's many people in those statuses.
Oh, like, but it's all government.
Yeah.
Government.
There's
Well,
plenty of people. So it's like they said a certain status of the government, and like there's way too many even before you even get to the vice president or even president.
But
of
if
the
it's
United
government, that's the thing. I'm not killing.
No, that's what I'm saying.
officials.
People talk about I want to kill the president. Like, nigga, good luck. You think?
But
you
I'm not.
really think you can get close enough
He
to
said
kill
Yeah,
eat
someone?
the rich,
know.
though.
Yeah, I'm saying eat the
you
rich.
know.
So I'm not talking about the
I know.
president.
I just
that's
want
a
to put
broke
that
ass
out there.
nigga in comparison to who I'm talking
Facts.
about.
I just want
like,
because a lot of people think they just think rich. They think about the president. Like you're not gonna get to the
president
government.
makes less than a person selling solar.
sheesh.
He makes like $30,000.
They really don't make much to be
They do
president.
not.
I think,
There's not a good salary
Presidents
for the
make over
presidency.
6 figures.
I think
No,
they
I
make
don't
like.
think they do.
I
Yes,
think
they
it's in
do.
the 100,000.
Literally, Obama made over like 500,000 when he was in. Like,
Oh, I swear I
Yeah.
thought it was like 30 or 40
God.
grand.
I think it's no. I think
I
it's in
swear
like
to
the
God.
I do not
hundreds.
make more than the president of the United States.
No,
I
yeah,
want you to
no.
listen.
Actually, on paper, the president's like their actual salary for their job. I think that's what she's referring to.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
how
that's
much
just
they
what
get
I know.
paid
I
by
think they
the,
make over 6
by-
figures.
Yeah,
though.
by
But
the
that
government
includes, like, sponsorships
To be,
and-
yeah, but
Without-
that doesn't include like the money
without
they make on the
sponsorships.
Yeah,
side and
exactly.
stuff
Okay,
like
but
that.
like the problem is like they make shit on that and on the side because of their campaign. So they make over
Oh, yeah,
6
of course,
figures.
of
That's what I'm
course.
saying. Like it doesn't. However you want to slice it, like at the end of the day, they're making more over 6 figures, so they're in the top 10%, 5% already. Like it doesn't matter. It's just how
So
it
do
is.
y'all kill anybody? Because I said eat the
Who
rich.
you killing first?
Eat the rich.
Who you killing first?
I would kill.
Eat the rich.
See, I don't know if I want to kill, if I would engage. Because
Exes?
I.
Exes? I know that was.
You
You, know
guys
what?
are making
I'm
a
putting you
joke.
out there because that was the first shit on the fucking on the docket when I,
I
pulled
didn't
up.
know what to put. That was just the first thing that came to mind.
I'm just
was
asking
kill
a
Would
question.
you kill an ex?
Just asking a question.
Well, you wouldn't have to. You could pay somebody to do it, and it wouldn't be illegal.
If you
No,
got the
that's some
money,
pussy shit. No.
you got the
I'm
money.
not
she said it's
pussy.
Are you running
up?
It's
It's
personal.
You know, I'm sure hits
personal.
are already expensive outside of the purge.
No,
Inside
no,
the
no.
purge, you
Shiraaz
charge.
says she wants to
I
feel the
do.
life
I
leave their
would.
body while she strangles
I'm
them. She
dead.
wants the personal satisfaction
Just go ahead.
of looking in their eyes when
And
they
just
go.
seeing the life disappear.
Yeah, go ahead. I know you do. I know.
I don't know if I could do it. Like I love the thought of all this sick, demented
Yeah.
shit. But I have something more for humanity than that. Like I'd rather feed the humanitarian side of me than the evil side of me. So I might just be, holed up somewhere. Plus, it's a lot of bitches that own me over some shit that might want to come get me. So I would just like to hide out with my gang banging homies, and I'm gonna sit quietly during this purge. But I did put something on the list that you guys were not so sure about. Drug dealers. Drug dealers.
Yeah.
That sell specific drugs. I'm not talking about groovy stuff or weed.
Look, man, I'm not gonna put nobody out there, but I know specific drug dealers that have to do what they have to do because of the circumstances, their environment, and what they were born into. I'm not killing them.
No one is born into being a drug dealer.
I think
not
that
one
when
person.
I think that when it comes
a lot
to
of people are born into that. Are you joking?
Yeah.
People are born into situations where they literally
there's something called a lifestyle. But whether you decide to slang heroin or crack, that is a personal decision.
No, it's not. A lot of people are not. They're born into literally communities where they don't have a choice. It's true. Like
okay,
it's not.
What you just said is different.
No, it's not different.
Well, I won't break it down into not have a choice, but I will say
no, they
that,
don't
like,
have a choice.
The likelihood to be susceptible to an environment that is all that you have ever seen is very likely.
That's
what
I'm saying. Like,
I'm
they have like two
I will never
choices,
say
and one
that
of them is
someone
gang.
doesn't have
One
a
of them
choice,
is like selling
but
drugs. Another one is going to do some other shit.
Oh yeah.
Flocking.
Oh yeah. So you could either sell this great pill that is supposed to cure depression.
Can I be
or
specific?
You can go,
Can I be specific?
You can go do something else.
Can I be specific? What? How are you gonna do something else when you're born into a community where you can't get a job because you can't graduate school because nobody's ever literally let's just think about it. Like, what do you need to get a good job?
You're a victim of circumstance.
Wait.
To get a good
just
job.
I feel like this is a great example.
No, it really is.
No, I feel like I have a great example. My mom, right, pushed really hard for me to look into scholarships in high school. My mom had straight A's literally through all of grade school. No one
Where'd she go
ever
school at?
she did, New York. No, literally none of her teachers, none of the staff, not her parents, nobody in the family ever explained to her that she could even get a scholarship based on her grades.
Yep.
That's part of it. That's what I'm saying.
Would my mom have gone to college? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the idea of not having a choice is, I would say, is not true, because at the end of the day, my mom taught me, you know what I'm saying? We have members in our family that chose to stay in the streets. My mom very much could have done that, but at the end of the day, she realized
there's a lot of people that don't.
You know better, you do better.
And there is a lot of people that don't, but at the same time, we don't make any progress until, like you said, you have to be mature. And you were saying earlier, accountability. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, you have to take accountability and be like, hey, do I have the odds against me?
Yeah.
Entirely. Yes. Do I have a choice? Yes. Do I have the resources available to me to try and do something else? Nowhere near as much.
And that's my problem, is that like a lot of people think just because you have everybody's a choice to go and do something, but the choice and the availability to resources to be able to do it is two different things. And a lot of people in these communities have zero choice in that. They're not affordable.
It's not that it's zero choice; it's that it's an extremely difficult choice to make.
It's so low that it's almost impossible. Is what I'm saying. Like it's so low, like literally. And what I'm saying is, like, I'm not gonna kill
that culture.
Hold on. I'm not going to kill the people that are in this position that have to slang. For me, drug dealers are one thing, but like it's also what you're selling. For me.
That's what she was saying.
Yeah.
No, I think we agree. I'm just going to be very specific because I know where you're coming from. I'm not killing a weed dealer for doing this, because for me, what weed is doing to you and what you choose to do with that is way different than somebody who's slinging drugs that literally are harmful to your biological makeup. You know what I'm like? The hard drugs, they're way different. Like there's a really specific reason for why certain things are the way they are.
Yeah.
What did Lil Wayne say? Class A, Class B, Class C drugs. What did he say? Oh my God. Level 1, level 2. Yes.
Yeah. That's the thing. There's a difference.
If you're slanging $3 billion worth of shrooms a year, I'm not tripping off you. I'm not tripping off
nobody slanging weed or shrooms.
If you're
or
making
acid.
$3 billion off selling heroin and crack, then you got some shit to answer for.
I agree.
Don't think
you got blood on your hands.
No.
If
that's what I'm saying. That's why I said, like, it's what you're doing, not necessarily. It's what you're selling, not necessarily what you're doing in that environment.
Okay, right. It's not the action. It's
because in that environment, a lot of people they're forced to do that. They don't. There's a lot of choices aren't there in those restrictive. People only know what they know in those environments. Literally, they don't. They don't know anything.
So we're okay with ignorance.
No, I'm not saying we're okay. I'm just saying it's what like they're susceptible to what they're given to. Like a lot of people take advantage and they take for granted what they know outside, what they know because they're not in these environments. Like a lot of people that never had to be in this environment don't know how it's like to only be born into an environment where
you have no
I'm
options.
black. This nigga's trying to shoot me. I gotta shoot back. My mom don't got a job. I gotta make money. I don't eat. If I don't eat, she don't eat. I don't eat. So like the problem with that is a lot of people are not in this environment, and so we get to judge
where it's me or someone
you know
else.
What I'm saying?
Do I give a fuck if Biggie had to sell crack because his daughter needs shoes, bro? You got me fucked up.
Listen to me what I'm saying.
Figure it out.
Needing shoes is different than having to buy food
I know
for
where
your
you're
kids
going.
to survive.
I hear what you're saying. Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying the divide for me, literally, the divide for me is what you're selling.
Your circumstance.
Your circumstance of what you're selling. If you're selling, if you're selling weed, whatever, you're selling lean, well, that's one thing. But if you're selling, because I honestly don't think weed is a destructive drug. For me,
yeah, but
I don't
lean
think
is heroin.
I don't think weed is a destructive drug for me within a community. I think whatever people want to argue whether it's a gateway drug or not is totally up to your own perception.
Soda is a gateway drug.
I don't believe it is because as somebody who's done it, I have been able to avoid and make my own decisions rationally and not be able to do that. Even somebody didn't have a lot of chances. But on the other hand, if you're selling shit that is killing the community, heroin, cocaine, not even cocaine, maybe crack cocaine, because cocaine, even that, I know people that are able to do that and still leave, like crack cocaine, heroin, all that type of shit, scum. That is different because you are literally giving shit.
Own.
You know why? Because not even
but
black people. People that are selling this shit, they're not bringing it in. They don't have boats. We don't have planes. Who's bringing it in? It ain't us.
Well, here's the thing: is
it
they're
ain't
not
us.
bringing
Somebody
in
else
the
is
cocaine.
bringing it in.
Yeah, they're not bringing in the cocaine, but they're making the crack if they're making
yeah,
crack.
But I'm saying is people,
we can demonize a whole substance, but in the reality of everything that happened, drugs happen always in a way where it's a new trendy thing, and then later people understand the historical context of how bad it was. People who were selling in the crack in the 80s had no way of fucking knowing the historical damage that it would do to the community.
I'm speaking from a position where we already know what happened.
Yeah,
that's a fact. And
it's if you're selling crack now, it's like, bro, you shouldn't be selling crack.
From perspectives now.
I don't want to demonize it like every person who dealt crack.
People are just trying to make a way. We're all just trying to make a way.
Jonte, how do you feel about killing drug dealers?
I think that's a very wild.
I know it was my thing,
you
and
know
they
what?
made me crazy.
You know what? I don't even think that's fair.
Wait, let's cut. Let me cut.
What the hell was that?
We almost done. We got to do the body count shit though.
No, it ain't happening. That ain't happening. That's another. I just wrote that down so we don't forget it for another podcast.
What?
That's a
That's
joke.
a whole 30 minutes right there.
That's a purge conversation though.
Really?
It's not.
If you kill an ex, does it still count as a body?
That's why.
No, not today.
Yeah,
He said if you kill somebody you had sex with, they no longer exist on your body count. That is fucking insane. That's
wild.
Insanity.
But look,
The body disappeared. Hold on.
whenever you're ready,
Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Okay.
I already did.
move it up a little
helps.
bit. Move it up a little bit more. There you go.
Wait. What did I ask you?
You were asking me about the drug dealer thing.
Okay.
I don't think that's fair at all, and the reason why is because, if you're a drug user,
Yeah.
you can't demonize drug distributors because I mean, and I understand what you're saying about the accountability and you know what you're doing, and I also understand Jordan's point too about the lack of choice. I'm big on the accountability mindset. So I'm with you to a certain extent, but also at the same time, there's accountability on consumers too.
Fair.
If you're consuming drugs, you're actually feeding into the whole ecosystem
Correct.
of how that shit works.
Agree.
So I don't even think those are people that it's really fair to demonize them.
Yeah. I don't know if I would actually
you take them out for what exactly?
I don't know.
What do you
if I
mean
would
for
actually
what?
I don't know if I can actually kill them because it's too streets.
I think on a personal case, and it's for all of the people that we say we would kill, it's a case by case, individual.
Yeah, this is our purge.
Well, you gotta think about
Last
Shiraaz.
week was our sex party. This is our purge.
Think about this.
Your sex party is wild. You want niggas with 8-inch dicks with 1% of the population.
Where they at though?
Wait,
That's our party.
Ain't nowhere you at.
That's her part.
So our purge.
No, Shiraaz, think about this. If you kill all the drug dealers that exist,
Yeah.
will that
you
cure
gonna get your
everyone's addiction?
No.
Here's that's
People-
that's
you
kind
No,
of
it
what I
will
was
not.
saying.
It will
They'll
not.
It's like
still
people are
be
still gonna look
addicted
for
to
drugs. They're gonna find
People
it somewhere.
still wake up and fiend for whatever.
What do you think about drug dealers that are selling things that are not
What?
pure? Or they should
What does
I
that
was about to
mean?
say
cut.
the only
does that
hard
mean?
line that I will draw is if you are cutting anything with fentanyl, go to hell.
What do you think?
I don't even think that's fair.
that's a bad thing either.
I don't even think that's
Yeah.
fair.
I know that some
I don't
people
think that's fair, though.
I know that some people want it,
Yeah,
But
people
at-
want it.
People
ask
want
for
it. Here's
but
the
at
thing.
the same time,
What?
the danger that exists in it is exponentially
But like
larger.
you're making the decision to go get the drugs. Like this is what he's saying. Like it's two streets. It's
Dog,
not just the.
This is what I mean. Fentanyl is one thing. Fentanyl is different because we are aware of the danger that exists in it. If somebody came to me and was like, "Hey, will you strangle me to death?" and I strangled them to death and was like, "I'm satisfying
been surprised.
and I was like, "I'm satisfying a
Okay,
demand."
but you're
It's not
gonna-
an excuse.
so,
I knew that
all
that
right.
was. I knew
So let's
that
go the other way.
danger
If
of
you're
killing
doing a
someone
bad
was there.
drug, do you know the dangers of possibly doing a drug that is unregulated? No, just really a drug that is unregulated that you have to get from an unknown source that could possibly cut with like. This is what I'm saying. Like it's a
Dog, do you want to know something? On my 22nd birthday, I got Molly, right? It was 4 or 5 of us there. We took those Molly. We went out to the club. By the end of the night, none of us thought it was just Molly. Do you follow me? Was that okay?
Did you know who you're getting
No.
it from?
Yeah, actually, that guy I'd gone to a few times before, but I also knew this guy sold something else.
It
It
you know
was
what's crazy?
a weird
It
situation.
may not even be his fault too. He might
Yeah,
just
that's
be
true.
a middleman,
That's true.
and he might get it from a wholesaler.
Yeah, like,
That's
you
why.
don't
But-
even- that's what I'm saying. You have to know who you're
if
getting
you're
it
a
from.
professional and you deal in having that
No.
much, they have testing kits for your fucking substances. So it's not an excuse.
Not always.
They sell them shits at
Not
C-
always.
no,
Guys,
because they
Not
sell them
always.
at CVS
Let's
for
expand
like
this
$10
convo.
bucks.
It ain't always, dog. I'm just telling. It ain't always.
Let's expand it from
Ain't
drug
always.
dealers to big pharma.
Same thing.
It
That's
don't
the
even
thing.
matter because you can
Yeah.
shut down big pharma and we still have a quote unquote opioid epidemic.
The
Correct.
fact that matters as long
You
as you have,
said quote unquote.
it's supply and
that shit
demand.
exists.
Here's the problem.
It
It's
does
supply and
exist.
demand. As long as you have people who want it, they're gonna find a way to get it, and people are gonna find a way to supply them, dog.
But they created the desire for it. That's the difference with the opioid
created the demand?
epidemic. This one, yeah,
no,
they
it's
created
not.
the.
No.
Yeah, they
people who have it
did.
do not create. The people who want it create the
No.
desire.
Baby, they
The
didn't know
supply
how
and
What?
addicting these
desire,
pills
it's not
were
the
until
demand.
after the
It's
fact.
not the other way around.
Nah, you got
Jordan.
you got to read some articles, bro.
I
because
already read-
I'm saying with the our specific
Okay.
opioid
All
epidemic
right,
that
dude.
we are in
Hold
now
on.
comes
He's
from
not
doctor.
wrong.
I'm
He
saying
is wrong.
The
What are
opi-
you talking about?
I'm wrong. Hold on. The opioid epidemic that we are in now comes from doctors prescribing people dangerous drugs that they grew addicted to for too long. It's been proven. I'm not wrong.
What, Jordan?
Okay.
What? What are you disagreeing with?
It's not that people don't want to do heroin. Yeah, people will always want to do heroin, but the specific epidemic we're in right now, for one, we've never seen an opioid epidemic hit white people like this. Have we? No.
Now it's a problem, huh? All of a sudden it's a problem, huh?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
I
saying.
mean,
It's not. It's not
Dave
the same.
Chappelle made a great joke where it's like he was making a reference to like crack, right? He was saying like in the crack era, it was just like, oh, you know, they're
Just say
doing-
no.
Yeah, just say no. Exactly, that was the joke. Oh, just say no, no big deal. But now that all the white people are addicted, it's an epidemic.
Yeah.
and
We're
it
prescribed
affects
these
us
things.
all.
A lot of it started from people's fucking aunties who got prescribed Xanax as a painkiller and they were on it for 3 months and now they're
Fuck.
addicted.
But I'm actually with Jordan on this though,
Yeah,
because
bro.
at the end of the day,
Y'all
at the
are
end of the day,
not.
big
What?
pharma and their
Yeah.
strategic
Yeah.
thing to hook people on drugs is really no different from
You
any
still
other
want to bring
drug.
it back to personal choice?
I mean, it would have to.
It's always a personal.
It would
choice.
have to.
It's
It
never.
would have to because
I'm gonna be
look,
honest,
never.
because
That's
look,
in the
never
same
above
vein
that.
as victim
Irony
blaming.
that is personal choice
It's
and the
always
drug
personal
dealer being
choice.
a victim of circumstance. Wallahi,
no, I
it
never,
doesn't make fucking sense
I
to
never
me.
said
It's
that.
victim,
I
that's
said,
a bit victim blaming.
I
That's how
said
feel.
I said if you're gonna be accountable, be accountable across the board.
Okay,
That's what I said.
I'll agree.
I'm not letting anybody off. The
I don't
hook.
think anybody. I don't think they'll let them slide. I just
I'm-
feel like
I'm saying-
that's their circumstance.
Exact-
I don't think
I'm saying-
it's right. Like
but
you
there's a
guys are
difference
taking two
between
different things.
But there's a difference between understanding and empathizing.
I don't think
none of us are
what
perfect,
the drug dealers
bro.
are doing
Like,
is right. I think they're doing it because they have to. You guys are taking. You guys are conflating two different issues.
No,
for
I'm
me.
talking about big pharma.
No, I'm talking about you. Talking about drug dealers that like what she said. What she said, drug dealers do what they do because they have to.
Because of circumstance.
It's not because they woke up and, like you said, I want to become addicted because I want to sell drugs because
That's
I
not
have
always,
to.
that's not
dog.
always the case.
A lot of the times it is the case, dog.
It
We're
is.
talking about general. We can exceptions don't make the
generally,
rule.
I would
We
agree.
know this. Like we're not gonna. We know this. Like exceptions don't make the rule. It's a fact.
God damn, we gotta get you a fucking shirt with that shit.
Go ahead.
Exceptions don't make the rule.
And that's a
Exceptions
good point,
never
though.
make the rule. If
That's
it
a great
did, a
point.
rule
But
would
if
be
exceptions
fucked
don't
up.
make the rule, then nothing ever changes.
That's bullshit. What the fuck?
Bro, don't nothing ever change anyway.
Like, what are you talking? Like,
That's
when
what
it
I'm
doesn't
saying.
change,
That's what it
the
suggests.
majority
Just look
always
outside.
makes the rule. Like every time, and everything in our life. And you know that, and it's not because it's fair, not because it's right, but that's what it is. Like what?
And I feel like it's on us to change that.
Okay, but you changed it again. Like my point, like literally, change if you want to. My point is like what it is what it is, dog. Like you're trying to change the circumstances, what it is, but the fact of the matter is whether or not we can change it, because I don't think any 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people can change it. What it is what it is. So we cannot sit here and rest on our laurels about exceptions should change the rule. The fact of the matter is it is what it is, and that's what I'm trying to talk about, not about what it should be. Because I agree with you. I don't think the way things are is what they should be. I don't think they're right or wrong.
I just know a lot of people who have dealt drugs that didn't need to.
Same.
My father
But they
did.
had to. No, need to and have to is two different things. That's the whole point.
And there's a lot of people that
That's
take,
the whole
that
point.
take drugs
We
that don't
actually,
need to.
I think you agree more than you think.
Yeah.
Like literally, I don't think they need to, but like have to is a different thing,
Yeah.
dog. When you like have to provide for not even fuck me for somebody else.
Yeah.
And that's the point.
I mean, if it's there for you and you don't have other opportunities, and I
That's
understand.
my point, dog. And like a lot of these people
But-
are put in these positions where they have to,
Yeah.
and be like, there's
true.
there's a lot of underlying different like
Nuances for
nuances that go into this. It's not like they woke up and it's like I'm gonna fuck up your life.
BB, I
I'm gonna
agree.
fuck up
I
your
just
life.
feel like it's
I'm gonna
always.
fuck up your life. You know why? Because I feel like no. It's because. You know what? I got to because you know
Yeah.
what? I did something back in the day, so I can't get a job. I did something I dropped out of school,
Yeah.
so I can't get this. Like there are multiple things that go into it, so it's not just.
I wonder what happens
One
to
thing.
demand when the supply stops.
The supply will
They
never
find
stop.
a new. They
Supply
find.
will never stop. You know
No,
why? 'Cause you know
it's
who
not the
supplies
supp-
it?
Oh,
Do you know
They
who
find,
supplies it,
they find a
Shiraaz?
new product.
Shiraaz, you know who supplies it?
the government?
Yeah. You think black people got boats and planes to fly in drugs?
No, I believe you.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if it's coming from the government.
It's coming from.
I
the
don't
government.
fucking know, dog. This
I
shit
know
is
it
so
is.
disgusting.
Dog,
I don't even know
black
how
They'll
to
find
even.
a new
can't even.
product.
Let's think about this. If black people could afford, let's just do it. If black people could afford planes and boats to fly drugs in, why the fuck would they sell drugs?
Wallahi, I don't know.
What I was gonna say
Yeah,
is,
I
if
know.
the supply
That's what I'm saying.
stops, then I think the product changes because the government didn't create whippets.
That's sick.
But like
He said
okay,
whippets.
Am I wrong? Some idiot sat around with a
whippet.
fucking can of
Okay.
fucking air
Okay.
spray.
Yeah, I hear you,
Like
man.
people,
But you
like
know, but
drug,
you know what
like
we're-
people who
okay.
want to do drugs are gonna find
Sure,
a drug
whippets.
to do.
Yes, whippets. Sure, but
Like-
we weren't. I didn't bring up whippets, but yes,
I'm saying
you're right.
both sides are always important to present.
But I'm saying, you guys, we're talking about drugs that ruins people's lives, and a lot of these drugs are brought in from other countries that
Yeah.
people that are selling them can't do it because the government brings them in to do it. Black
Yeah.
people, if they could afford boats and planes to bring in drugs, they wouldn't sell drugs. That's
They just have
them,
huh?
counterintuitive. That doesn't make any sense.
All right, so let's say that I pop up on the news right now. Warning, warning, warning. The purge is going to begin in 24 hours. What do you guys do? What's the first thing you do?
Call
the
my mama.
connected homies.
Wait, call your mom?
Yeah.
How sweet are you? I'd probably go protect my mom too.
Yeah,
I'm
I'ma
gonna
call
call
my
the
mom.
I'd be
connected
scared.
homies to see what's happening, and then if they're with it, I'm bringing my family to them. Because you know why? A lot of these people, like I said before, there's a lot of people who live this lifestyle every day. Every day for them is a purge. It's no different.
It's a war outside?
I'm a real beach boy. Come around my way. Like Vince Staples, honestly, it's kind of wild how he did it, but he really presented like a real life reality that happens. And like people have been doing it. Like a lot of rappers, if you listen to actually what they're saying, like the beats sound good, they sound what they're saying. But if you listen to them, like they're doing a lot of like they're presenting this story and they're framing this story that a lot of people have lived since they were little. That's why when I listen to a lot of Vince Staples interviews Nipsey Hussle. A lot of these people interviews are really about that life. They say by the time they're 24, 25, they're washed up.
Yeah.
It's not because they're old in years, just because I've seen people come and go. My homies come and go. They're dead. Like, I've seen a lot of shit. So, like, I'm 25, but I'm really like 40, 50.
Either dead or in jail, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, these people know how to deal with death. They've seen it, and they know it's a product of it. Like, even Vince Staples says, I don't want to die, but I'll down for the cause. Like,
Gang.
that is, like,
I agree.
Like, that's literally it. And, like, and even Nipsey also said, like, I'll die over my respect any day. Like, people who are really with the shits, they do this shit all the time. So, like,
They're willing to sacrifice.
I'm going to call the people that know how to deal with it, have been dealing with it, and know how to protect their own. Because people who know how to survive know they're not going out just to kill their enemy just because. Because they'll do that any day. Any other day, we'll do that. I don't need a day to go fucking kill somebody that I don't like. Literally, I don't need.
You don't need an excuse.
I don't need. That's what I'm saying. I don't need like a purge day. Like, I'm gonna keep what I got to keep safe for this day, and the next day I'm gonna catch you slipping on whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna do it. But like, I'm gonna get my family. I'm gonna get the people that know how to do it. Not even my connect homies, but even military homies. People in the military know how to survive with limited resources, and they know how to shoot guns.
Yeah.
A lot of people know how to shoot guns.
Well,
Benny
people in the
the
military
Butcher
are
said-
more likely to have guns too.
No, yeah, exactly. Like, but a lot of people on the average street, they don't know how to shoot guns.
Yeah.
They don't reload guns. They don't know how to deal with like,
Clean it and stuff.
you know, cleaning it, recoil. Like, people think you know how to shoot a gun until you shoot a gun and it, like, hits your chest. Like,
Yeah.
Like, there's a certain way
The
to shoot a
pushback.
gun. Like there's a reason. Like, people who shoot guns like this, they think it's cool until like it hits your chest. Like, there's just different things you have to do. So like,
Benny said shooters hit kids because they don't go to shooting ranges. Isn't that nuts?
That's a very
Yeah,
accurate
he's
statement.
He said
accurate statement.
shooters kill kids or they kill kids because killers don't go to shooting ranges. I thought that was wild.
Hell no, they
That's
learn
why
the
I love
streets,
that
dog.
Fucking that Rio bar. He said, "You the type of nigga shoot up cribs. You must don't love your family."
At all.
Mm.
Literally. I mean,
Huh.
like, that's part of it. Like, real street niggas that know, like, they're not out there. In this type of day, they wouldn't be out there trying to do
It's
that.
a reality.
Yeah.
It's not
So,
a
the reality
game.
is, like, a lot of
It's a
street
purge.
gangs are made because they're trying to protect their own, dog.
Well, what do you guys stock up on? What do you need for 24 hours? Of
Food,
purging?
water, rations, bullets, explosives.
As far as supporting or not when it comes to the purge, I'm against it. It's a fucking stupid idea. The idea of like being cathartic through like caveman urges is just dumb, and it's like anti-evolution to me. It's like less than expecting better of yourself, which I feel like is the most human condition, and people try to escape it because they want to be fucking lazy, and it's like, nah, just do the work. Don't kill people. It's not that fucking hard. Like, and yeah, that's how I feel.
So, you plan
about
on
it.
defense, pretty much?
Yeah, that's the fucked up part because you're either
Wait,
you gotta
wait,
protect yourself.
wait.
Real
Just
quick.
because I'm against it,
No, I'm
Doesn't mean
saying,
you're on
how
I
you.
defense.
mean if it happens.
Just real
that
quick,
I'm
are you on defense or offense that night?
Offense.
Okay. Go ahead.
Do what you will with that
Go ahead,
information.
Shiraaz. Yeah, I know.
I just feel like there would be some people after me because, you know, their boyfriends or some shit. So I'd just be hiding somewhere. I just need to survive for 24 hours.
You smart.
Yeah, dog.
You mad smart.
I just know this world is not nice.
Okay.
Can't do it. Even though, trust me, in my fantasies, I'm down for all of it. But like when it comes down to it, there is a guy, I think it's 38 Special, he said, after I seen murder, my respect for it was
Mozzie
different.
too, yeah.
I
After
can't
she's
do
murdered, My
it.
respect was different.
Y'all know about that. Maybe it's Mozzie. If
Mozzie
it's
said
if
it.
it's on a West Side song.
It was on a Boogie song actually with him and DJ Quick.
It is Mozzie.
It was
then.
fire, yeah.
Yeah?
That shit was some heat, yeah. After
So I don't
after
know
I
about
seen
that.
Murder, my respect was different, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I'm hooking up with all the connected homies. I'm not even gonna say what.
But wait, what if they say we want to mob? What if they say, Jordan, we about to mob?
Mobbing. Because them niggas, you know why I know? You know why I know? Because they know how to protect. You know why? Because the real ones know how to protect their own. Because the start of all gang-banging culture is protecting your own from the cops.
Yep.
And from the people that are trying
They're
to kill
pressure.
people on that shit. So I'm hooking up with them. And I'm bringing the people that I love with my immediate family to them because they're going to...
Protect
That's
the
what they
family,
do.
yeah.
Like, you see the latest Purge movie? That's what it's about. The black people protecting their community.
You know that's how the jungle started, right?
Yes.
Because
the
I
jungles, that's all it is.
interviewed...
You can't get into the jungle without some shit.
Maybe we'll have him on here. I interviewed The son of the guy, he's the grandson of the gentleman who started the whole movement in the jungles. It's the gentleman who's rapping with Schoolboy right now. If that rings a bell for you,
There's a lot.
maybe we'll have him on here.
Jenks?
Yep.
Oh.
And he told me, it was when I interviewed him, he told me
All the
about
shit.
that. And it first was to protect their own, to police their own, to
Yeah.
make sure nobody outside
Yeah,
of them
comes in.
was interfering with them.
Yeah, if you come in, we're gonna say some shit, you know. So that's just
Work
it's
it
just
out.
kinda
They
feel- I'm
work it out.
gonna get the people that know how to protect their own, and because like if you go out honestly looking for some shit, you're gonna find some shit in any day, especially on that day you're going
Word to all the ladies looking at their men's phones right now. Don't do it.
What
You
are
don't
y'all
do it.
listening to in the purge?
If you do it, they're not gonna trust you, Jonte.
Yeah. Jonte, is
I'm
he
pressing
purging or what, dog?
I'm pressing
I need to
Jonte
know.
for something.
Mr. Peace and Love, tell me. I feel like you
I don't think
down.
he's about, I don't know.
He
if that's-
down. Now he's
I
down.
don't know if the priest.
He's down.
Let's backtrack a little bit.
Ah.
I feel like Rhythm has a hit list.
Ooh.
He said offense.
Oh,
I don't wanna
he
skip
said I
past
ain't
that.
pussy, so what's the deal?
Shit, you gonna do me like that on
Hey,
air?
hey, you said it. I'm trying to see.
I
What
think
that's
everybody
about.
got a hit list though.
I
I think
mean,
we all got a hit list.
all
That's
the
the one.
like all the super old corpsey looking like 1% rich white dudes,
Okay.
they gotta go.
What are you?
Like the Rockefellers and shit, all them motherfuckers gotta
Okay.
they gotta die.
Okay.
Like,
We're gonna beep that last name just in case, because who knows what they could do.
what about you?
Who could get it?
I already know.
There's
I got it.
Look, dog, we don't gotta be that petty, but I'm petty.
Who? Go ahead.
One ex-boyfriend, I'm gonna put him in the dirt. The rest, they got respect for me, so we good. But nah, one of them gotta go. But I don't really have enemies other than
Oh,
like
wait.
the broads I don't know about that probably do want to kill me.
So your plot for the Purge, if you had your own Purge movie, essentially is Kill Bill.
That's a fact.
Yo.
Hell yeah. The Kill Bill
I'm that
movies are good
bitch.
though. Them shit's just good.
Give
though.
me
right?
a
You
look.
killing
There's
your ex.
samurai swords.
I don't
in
think
the
you
back
can
right
handle a
now.
samurai sword though.
You're right though, because the only reason she killed all those people was to get the bill.
Yeah,
That was the whole
Exactly.
I
point.
saw over some.
I might
dick
have to
or
watch
some
that
pussy.
tonight.
How come
a great
all the
movie.
wars have fought over some
men?
dick and pussy? No, just generally like.
He
Because
said
sex is
dick
great.
and
What you mean?
pussy.
You ever had some sex before? It's fucking awesome.
Don't talk to me about that.
Don't look me in my eyes when you talk.
Don't look at me and ask me if I ever fought over some pussy. Like that.
Jordan, who is? Wait, what did? Oh, what do you
I'm okay.
talk to us?
I hate to be this nigga. I'm gonna be the hotep nigga.
Oh,
I'm killing the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. I'm killing the cops that killed George Floyd. I'm killing all
I
the
was
cops.
wondering why we didn't touch on
I
that.
killed literally all the black people the last 10 years that are the long ass. I can't even name them, but I'm with y'all and I'm going to get y'all. And you know what? I know I ain't gonna be the first one to show up. Y'all niggas probably gonna be
It's
dead
gonna be
before I get there.
Exactly.
Huh.
It's gonna
And
be
that's a
mob
fact.
outside.
I don't give a damn. You better hope there ain't never no purge because I'm coming for you. That is a matter of fact.
Yeah,
I'm
and you're not the only
guaranteed
one. You're
When I
right.
said I'm coming through, the niggas will be like, oh, we got him. All right.
Yeah,
And I'm
for sure.
good.
For sure, those are
I
the number
probably
one.
won't even
Imagine
have
you
to
show up
purge.
to their house and their head is on a stick in the front yard.
Oh, I hope so. I'm going to get a pick. I'm twit
I'm
picking.
dead. It is a pig. That's
I'm getting a twit pick.
pick.
On God. That's
A
it.
twit pick.
Okay, wait.
You
You
put it
asked.
on your fleets.
I'm dead.
Put on God.
So who would you? He asked who would we play. We'll close the podcast.
Yeah, what you listening
What would
to
we
during?
play during a purge?
Vince Staples, Lil Fade.
But that. Okay, no. Give us an album. Okay, that's a great
Okay,
song.
how about
I'll
this?
agree.
Nipsey Hussle, Blue Laces. Number one.
Okay. What is? I want to play a Schoolboy Q mixtape.
Shaking his head. That's just
What's
my
on
nigga,
your
man.
mind?
Because nobody's even gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say
Uh-oh.
my like playlist.
Go
But I
ahead.
want to listen
I don't even think
Mostly
people
to
know
a
about
band.
Nipsey Hussle.
mostly to a band called the Dillinger Escape Plan, and it's like chaos metal. And I want them like if I'm playing offense for one, I want them to hear me coming.
He said-
And it's just like so much feedback and chaos. It's in a weird time signature, but it sounds like the inside of a crazy person's head. And I'm gonna just let myself go
Damn.
there if the
Why do I
purge is
hear
happening.
chainsaws and
I don't
bitches
want
screaming when you say that?
Either that, right, or like
Some classical music?
like the exact opposite,
How
like
demented.
like the in between like segment music from SpongeBob, like
Elevator
little
You know
like,
what?
ukulele shit.
You know what about me? The opposite shit? Eminem
Like-
Criminal.
I cannot.
If you murder somebody to Eminem, we can't be friends.
Why?
What do you mean? That is murder
Because you're a
music.
stereotype, and it's
I'm dead. It's sick.
it's borderline school shooter behavior.
I don't think you should like me then. I love Eminem.
You gonna kill someone to Eminem?
Why not?
Pick a black person.
I do like Eminem as a rapper.
Eminem literally.
But yeah,
gives
not
so
during
many
the
doors
purge.
to
It's
so
a bit
many
much.
people. Eminem is so disrespected.
He is. Hold
No,
on.
I love Eminem. I'm
Eminem
not-
literally
But someone
birthed a
said
lot of
if-
niggas' careers.
I don't
true.
know.
Like birthed people's careers. Say
Shit,
what you-
partially mine. What the fuck? I loved Eminem as a kid. But at the same time, being super into Eminem is fucking corny. And I recognize that, and that's okay.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up?
Well, okay, so
Corny.
on the okay.
Corny.
Because you
Corny,
think
you
it's purge
say.
music. Okay.
Corny, huh?
The last
Insane.
album I liked from Eminem was probably Curtain Call. Before this last
Current
album.
Call was an album. It was the greatest hits
Um,
album.
Okay, well, whatever the one before
Well,
that one
I'm
was.
just saying, like,
Music
let's
to
be
be Murdered By, I kind of liked.
No,
but
I hear you. I'm just
everything else
saying,
was like
Eminem's peak for me was just almost unmatched by almost anybody. Like his peak, his rapping
yeah.
ability. Like you're not gonna sit here and talk about like Eminem's peak. You say what you want about your content, we all do, and that's what I think what
Yeah,
makes Eminem
that becomes a
polarized.
matter of taste
You know,
at
it's a
that
matter of
point.
taste.
Yeah?
But his peak,
Yeah.
like the man rapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna sit here and
Yeah.
act like
Do you remember
rappers
he
didn't
used
try
to
to pull
shake
from
the
this shit.
fucking world when he used to
Hell
do those
yeah,
diss
people-
songs?
Yeah.
Your
People
favorite
didn't know how to act.
rapper is inspired by Eminem. We're not gonna do that. That's my
I don't know about that.
If
That's a
Eminem
fact.
releases,
I don't know about
Oh no! Ask your favorite rapper.
My favorite
Guarantee
rapper's
Boogie
rapper.
listen to Eminem. He's like,
No,
that
I
nigga
know,
can rap.
I know Boogie fucks with him. That's because they have a relationship.
No,
But
no,
if
no.
I go
Before
ask-
even, but I'm saying before
Ask
you even
Young
knew
Thug.
who Boogie was. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't
Ask Young
because
Thug.
What are you gonna say?
Kendrick Lamar is also
Kendrick Lamar is
heavily
inspired by
influenced
him.
by Eminem too.
J. Cole
Ask
is.
Young Thug.
I guarantee you, everybody in Griselda is inspired by Eminem.
Don't say
Yeah,
that.
they have him on a
That-
track.
No, it's a fact.
You're
Ask
saying
him.
that like you know. No, I don't even know.
I do
no.
know they were signed to Shady. What are you talking
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. They did have
Mm-hmm.
a thing with him, but they were upset about that.
Hello.
Eminem dropped
That's a
the ball
fact.
with those
Eminem,
guys.
Eminem's
dropped the
record
ball.
company might be bad, but they're
You're
inspired
right,
by
they,
Eminem. We're not gonna sit here and do this.
They were open to
we're
that.
not
You're
doing
right.
that. We're
But
not
you
doing
you
it.
just can't be the black person enjoying Eminem too much.
I do.
Please, Jonte, sir, what is the soundtrack to your purge?
I'm riding around in silence. Music is so sacred to me. I couldn't kill anybody to music.
I love it.
I can't do it.
You ain't never had music,
Music
that
is more
made you
sacred
wanna-
than the human life you're going to kill.
We don't need no traces.
I'm dead. But
Damn.
First of all, I'm not participating in the purge. I'm just saying
Well, I'm saying
Agreed.
if you had to.
theoretically, yeah.
I'm saying if we had,
Yeah,
obviously, I said
exactly.
I'm playing,
Silence,
I'm
you're
playing
right,
on
silence.
defense with the homies, but if
You're
I
not
have
playing
to
the
go
game
out,
fair. Come on.
ain't
No,
nobody trying to.
I'm serious. I'm in silence. I'm in my thoughts.
For sure.
I'm,
But if we got to, if it
music
comes
is gonna
down
make me
to
feel
it,
better after the fact.
but if it
You're
comes
right.
down to it, somebody's
right.
gonna press your shit. Like on the purge, I'm killing niggas.
I don't know, but you think of Reservoir Dogs, you know what I'm saying? Where he chops the dude's ear off,
I got the feeling
that was
it's
such a
something
great
ain't
movie.
I'm just
right.
saying.
and he is that shit is so
If I got
fly.
my people with
That
me,
guy's
and somebody's
sick in
trying
the
to press
head.
me,
That shit was fly.
Niggas
as
He was
hell.
dying.
covered in blood, wasn't he? In that
niggas
scene?
is dying. Niggas is dying. Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Jokers to the right, here I am.
Stuck in the middle with you.
All right.
Come, there's
Yo.
a bag.
Thank
to like,
you.
There's a bag.
You know
to,
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate all y'all for coming out, man. This is Hear Me
For
Out.
coming out. Hear me out.
We out.
fucking out. Peace.
Boo, 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 boo.